I usually get a pretty good sound and picture on here, as you guys know. So I'm down here at the trial, man. I'm gonna step over here to the side real quick. Give you guys a quick recap. Right now, we're just waiting. Give you guys a view here. Give me a second here. Yeah, turn this around. It's a slow flow right now. You see most of the press is down there, whatever. I think there's a slow flow right now. But you guys a complete shot of where they're at right now. Make sure you guys share this, subscribe if you can. I want to get the address in there, so we're gonna do this right here. And we're gonna the addresses and all that stuff in here. So this is the actual builder where Puff is poured to, or whatever. If you guys are just tuning in and you see this on a replay or whatever. The update that I have so far, and I'm gonna give you, is Puff pleaded not guilty, which I think is a great thing. Let me turn this around on myself for a minute. Also, Justin, the kids were here earlier. I didn't feel like doing that or whatever the case may be, so I didn't do that. I'm sure they'll subsequently be back. As far as a new court date and everything like that, or whether or not they're holding him, I'm not aware of, privy to. I just try to look and get as much information as I could possibly in the moment, but it's not. So the last update I have, as many of you others have, is that he pleaded not guilty to the charges that he was accused of. It's a long laundry list. So I listened to disposition, I think it was from the federal agent's attorney's office. What is that? Would that be the federal attorney, district attorney? I think that's what it is. But that's not my game right here. But anyway, long story short, they read out a laundry list, which included firearms. I think that's what they're going to go after him about. If anything, hey, what's going on, Kira? How you doing? I think it's the firearms. I think that's what they're going to go with him about. I think possibly, and I do mean possibly, I think there's a possibility that they might go into him for a few other things, especially the racketeering thing. The racketeering thing, I think it's going to be kind of hard to prove. I think it's circumstantial. The thing about the sex trafficking, it depends on who's defining it. And it depends on how the prosecution himself is steadfast on it. You guys know when I covered the Jonathan Majors trial, I kind of predicted that one. When I covered the Trump trial, the same thing, I kind of predicted that one. So, yeah, we'll see. But if anything, I think what they'll do is a strong arm. I think they'll go in, and I think they'll try to tackle him on the guns. I think that's where you get your best thing from. I don't think they'll go too hard. How you doing? I don't think they'll go too hard, whatsoever the case may be, because the pure simple fact of this. The guns were disassembled, but they had ammo, which could be, depending on what state you're in, it could be an issue. Here in New York City, this is one of those cities that it's like that, where if you have a gun, it depends on how many clips you have, and that's under New York State statute. You can go look that up for yourself and get descriptive of what exactly that means. Hey, what's going on there? What's going on, Carol? Hi, Shala. How you doing? So, yeah, guys, make sure you share this. We got 55 people. We're getting them in here. Just get in here, get our regular numbers in here. We're once again down here live at the conclusion of what we're calling arraignment, I guess, at this point, or whatever. You guys are a little fan. Every news agency you could think of is down here. How you doing? Every news agency you could think of is down here. Everybody's covering their versions and everything else of it. So as you guys can see, it's a real fiasco down here with Puff today. And if many of y'all don't know, I guess I got some invested interest in this because many of y'all know I worked for that company for over 17 years, as many of y'all know, and why you subscribe to me. I still do music. I'm still in touch with these guys. I'm still around them or whatever. I heard some specific words put out by the federal prosecutor. He said, if anybody else knows anything, they're going to come forward now. I mean, it depends on who you are, you know. In this particular case, I think some people are being protected, you know. I don't know. I don't want to talk too much. But just know you got a friend. Maybe his friend Clinton can help. I don't know. What is Bill Clinton doing nowadays? I don't want to get political about it, but I will say this much. Being somebody that worked at this company for over 17 years, I'm shocked. I didn't ever see any of this stuff take place. I can say personally, in all the places we were with them, in multiple cities, I never saw any of this stuff take place, but it depends on who you ask, you know. But I'll say at 17 years, if you ain't seen nothing, chances are you're probably not going to. You guys are a little bit more of a focal point here. Once again, if you guys are just tuning in, my name is Davin Lewis. Go ahead and Google me if you like. I worked at Bad Boy Entertainment for over 17 years. So if you guys are new subscribers, I know YouTube is doing this different now. They're just flooding this out to everybody. I don't know. I don't know that, Jeffrey, but I will say, like I said last night, it's definitely some intention there. I don't know what exactly the intention is, but it's somehow or another being flagged as, covering for someone, in my personal opinion, or whatever. Maybe a whole host of individuals, or whatever the case may be. Like I said, right now, as I see it, I think what they'll do, if they do anything, they'll get in with the guns. I think they'll do that. I think he'll plead out to the guns. If anything, if he pleads out to something, I think right now what they want is just a rap sheet for him. Once they get that rap sheet for him, I think that once again, everybody will be satisfied. You know what I mean? Now, do I think it's going to be any monetary damages? It's a possibility. You guys, give me 1 second. I want to talk over this thing. I figured I'd do this for you guys too and have it on this channel too. I was going to have it on this channel at first, but I said I'll do it on this channel too. The reason I didn't want to initially was because of the fact I said, well, nobody supports me, nobody donates or whatever, so, why do it? Once again, we're down here at the trial. Well, I don't even call it trial. It's more so of an arraignment today. So far, what I've known, from what I've had and I've gathered past, it was a disposition that was read out this morning by the federal prosecutor. I listened to it heavily, and there's some documentation that's attached to it that I haven't read yet. It gets a little bit more specific and detailed, and I'm going to make sure I check that out and be able to report that to you guys thoroughly. I don't want to skim over it and then, miss a couple things and then have to come back and then, but there's some specifics in this indictment. Many of them have to do with one. The one that turns out the most to me is the guns. I think there's a possibility that they'll try to, or a possibility try to, if anything, go out there and put the guns. I don't think it's going to be anything more in depth than the guns. Now, the sex trafficking thing, that's a hard thing to prove, Like I said, also the years. We got to remember when we have these conversations, and I try to tell everybody this before, and I'll say it again, I come from this business, you know what I mean? I just started doing this right here. So many of the people that been here for maybe 5 or 6 years, they know my story and everything like that, and my attachment with Bad Boy Entertainment and everybody that I know over there. But for those that don't, my name is Davin Lewis. I worked with Bad Boy for over 17 years, going on almost 18 years, from the early 2000s, and I never saw none of this stuff that they're talking about here. So maybe this was out of my scope at the time. Maybe it wasn't in my, I don't know, but I never saw it, and that's why I'm still surprised. Okay, let's get Dino out of here. We don't talk like that, Dino. That might be a little bit too What's the name of my other channel? I don't give people the name of my other channel or whatever, because it really isn't no reason to. Just stay right here though. I'll give you most of the same stuff here. I just don't do it over there because it's more of a pay tier, and I don't like to just give it a. Been watching Diddy do his dirt since the 90s. This has been a long time coming. What dirt have you actually been watching? I don't remember you being around, sir. Can you elaborate for us? I think one of the problems is, I can say this because this is social media, so this is like I can clip this up or whatever, but I want to say my own personal thoughts, of course, because I worked at the company. I will say this. I think there's a lot of people that are in individual chat rooms and things, and they're having their own day in court online. And when you are privy to having your own presumptuous tones and riding along with your own stories for the fact of getting donations and cash apps and things like that, then you're really bottom of the barrel. And I saw a lot of people jumping the gun. I don't want to condemn, and this doesn't have anything to do racially. I just don't want to be working at the company for so many years or anything like that. It has more to do with this. I don't want to condemn anybody that's not rightfully been condemned or needs to be condemned. You understand what I mean? And I'm not going to sit here and condemn him. If he's wrong, like I said, when I saw the Cassie thing or whatever with that videotape, I was automatically in awe. I was like, I couldn't believe this, because I've been around them. I partied with them. You got some pictures and stuff with us, video as well. I think the last time I was around Cassie was at King of Diamonds. That's when T.I. was coming home from his little stint. And that was back in like 2000, maybe 14, 15. That was a while ago. And so I never saw this type of tension. I never saw this type of arguments, beefing, or anything like that. If you guys are just now tuning in, my name is Davin Lewis, DAVIN Feel free to look me up. I worked with the company for over 17 years. But most of y'all know they've been my longtime subscribers out of the tens of thousands of you here. But 327 people in the chat. We need to hit the like button a little bit more, people. Come on. Let's do it. Anyway, let's do it. Let's make it happen. Anyway, long story short, I never saw this type of engagement with these two. I never saw these two flustered with each other, none of that. That's just from my own testimony. Now, could there be a possibility? Obviously, there is, because we all saw that videotape. Could there be more further possibilities? Could be true? Yeah, and there could also be some things that are exaggerated, or maybe just because of the point. And I always urge this because I know this. I covered the Jonathan Majors trial. I covered the Trump trial. I covered both for Trump's arraignment, so you guys can check that out on here if you're a new subscriber. When you're presumptuous in tone and you have to do procedure, and I think that's what it's about. I think it's about following through with procedure right now, and this is the court procedure. And whether we like it or not, whether we're, in our own individual feelings, or people want to condemn Puff or whatever the case may be, the fact remains, I'm not going to sit up here and take up for him because I worked for him for 17 years, nor am I going to sit up here and condemn him if I don't know the intricates. I don't know the intricates right now. And the intricates are laying in as far as that indictment is concerned, and then I guess, I don't know how many pages it is, but I know I got to read it out, So that's why I'm not going to comment on that. You all guys, I'm sure I've seen you share it and everything else from this earlier this morning, so I guess you guys know all the details of what's going on. Let me give you guys a little front review here. That you guys see, it's all media down there. You guys know I'm always in the mix of it, so maybe somebody will hire me one of these days, huh? Tone it down a little bit, use the accent. Hope you guys are having fun here. 340 people in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me, please. I appreciate it if you do. To be bad, couldn't use Johnny again. Yeah, man. RP to Johnny Cochran, of course. Yeah, I would have been one. Or Kim Kardashian's father. You gotta tell Diddy no. It's about 18 pages. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, I just like I've been on this all day, so I ain't been able to sit down and, do what I want to do as far as like looking through it. I just haven't had that time allowed it to me. So yeah, we're not going to say stuff like that. Yeah, guys, if you say anything, thank you. I appreciate it, Kiara. Thank you very much, Kiara. She said content, damn it, 100. I appreciate it, So once again, guys, if you just now tuned in, we are down here right now. We are in front of the courthouse where Puff was arraigned today. And we all know the charges, of course, so we don't have to, I don't think we have to talk about that, but it was racketeering. It was also inclusive of sex trafficking, and also inclusive of one other thing, which was gun possession. I'm saying, I think personally, if they get them on anything, it'll probably be the gun possession thing. I think that's what they're going to do. I don't think it'll be as heavy because the guns have been they were disassembled. Now, that doesn't mean anything, particularly, especially with a firearm like an AR-15. You can put that together very quickly, trust me on this. But yeah, I don't think that it'll look like he was in a stance of like, yo, they were in this closet, for what they say. So I don't know, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Guys, that's a Cash App right there. If y'all want to support my efforts, it did cost me money to get down here or whatever. What I was going to tell y'all earlier, then I said, let me just see. I sound like Sean Ray has. Well, you guys, I don't know. You guys, this is the thing. I got to say this, and this is just from my personal end. You guys didn't go as hard. I'm going to utilize this little stool right here. You guys didn't go as hard when it was with Epstein or this other guy. And and I'm talking about in the urban space, if you want to say. I didn't see guys go this hard. I didn't see the talks for, the Epstein documentary, which I think is a more enticing story than this. So you know what those guys were doing? And so right now they're trying to, in that sense, in the Epstein sense, they're trying to compare and say that Puff was doing the same things as Ghislaine Maxwell was doing for Epstein. And I was like, I don't know if I would go that far. I don't know if I would go that far. This is with children you're talking about when we're talking about Epstein here. And these girls were 16, 17 years old. I think some of the youngest were 15 years old. I haven't heard those type of allegations in the Puff trial right now as of yet. I don't think I will. And so I think personally, I think some of you guys ought to reevaluate how you talk about these things online, especially if you don't have the information. That's being responsible. And that's the difference between doing journalism, or even if it's citizen journalism, as we call it here, doing real journalism. Now, my personal thoughts, because I know y'all want to hear those. I don't think so. We're going to see. That's why I said I haven't got an update as far as what's going on in contention. I think we're at about 5, so I think it's going to be closed. Yeah, courthouse is closed now, guys. So if you guys want to do something, yeah, no bond. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to say it, but they said it. Yeah, so there's flight risk. You should know that. He owns multiple properties or whatever. This is my team, so I'm never gonna turn my back on these guys. I just want the process to go through, see what happens, see what's brought to light, see what's not brought to light, and then from there we can continue to see what's going on. As of me personally, how do I feel? I'm shocked. I really am. Like I said, a lot of people don't understand. I worked at this company for over 17 years. My legacy is attached to this company. So shambles of which it may fall in, whether they be contentious, whether they be presumptuous, or whether they be, I don't know, this due process. Let's say that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would. She is hot. Okay, good. But I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I have to see what the conclusion is as far as like right now. We only have a day in. We only have a day in, you know, and we have the process or whatever. So like I said, sometimes when you guys are jumping to conclusions online and being presumptuous about everything that's going on under the blue sun, you guys ought to realize this. You don't have all the issues. Now, I want to know how many people actually read that 18-page document. And you'll find very few did. So until you get the particulars, and we're in these chat rooms and everything like that, be careful of the type. Be careful of the type of jargon that you guys spread online and everything like that, because it can be kind of dangerous. We need you guys full scope here. This is the courthouse today. We still got tons of media down here still. You guys can see every outlet you can probably think of here. So a little bit for you guys. Is that better? I don't feel sorry for him. He got exactly what he deserved. He shouldn't be stopped while he was ahead. It's going to be a lesson work no matter how much people... Okay, so I got a question for you guys, right? Nah, not right now. Yeah, this is right now. What do you mean is this right now? Listen, hold on. I gotta block you. Who says this right now? You joined a live. What do you mean is this right now? You're dangerous. Is this right now? Let me join the live. Yeah, I can already forget that one. Let's get you out of here. All right, guys, 500 people in the chat. Can y'all hit the like button? I appreciate it. And make sure you hit the Cash App right down at the bottom. All right, 521. Come on, guys, hit the like button. Once again, my personal opinions on this is this. I'm going to let it get through the process. I'm going to see what happens. Once again, just to give you yeah, I had to. Once again, I'm going to give you guys a quick recap. He's been brought up just as much as you heard the federal prosecutor say today. There's going to be 3 different charges that they're aiming for. One of those charges being the guns, of course. We caught those in LA. I guess it was part of the LA raid. The second would be, of course, the racketeering charges. And the third would be, of course, as most of y'all know, the sex trafficking charge. He hasn't been convicted of anything. Some people are in here and they're talking about there's no bond. Some people are saying there's a bond. I haven't had a chance to look, but give me a second and I will look right now. If you guys just give me a few seconds here. And I will reach in here and I will grab my other device and tell y'all exactly what's going on. Because we do need some updates, don't we? No, this is the federal courthouse. You can't film inside. See what I mean? You see what I mean? You got all these guys online, and you guys have got to understand. I know a lot of you think that you're smart, and some of you are. A lot of you are, but you know when anything comes to, as a college graduate, I got to tell you this: don't go by your own qualms of how you feel personally. Go by what's in front of you and what's the obstacles they have to go against. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. If you're disrespectful, guys, I'm going to flag you and block you, all right? We're not doing that. We're not calling people names. We're not doing none of that here, okay? No. You catching strays from Epstein? Were you this excited when Epstein got caught? Were you? I'm going to go to your page later. I just took a screenshot of your name. I'm going to go to your page later. And I'm going to see if you had any type of thing that led to Epstein or Harvey Weinstein. And if you didn't, sir, I suggest that everybody goes to your page and has a conversation with you. Yeah, facts over feelings. Yeah, it ain't about feelings. It's about facts. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. I appreciate you on that one. They could have gave him until after the holidays. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, the whole situation is crazy. You guys let me know in the chat room what you think about the situation. We got 500 plus people in here. Nobody's saying nothing but this. Youngest said free Diddy. Feds got R. Kelly too. I don't think ever getting out. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. All right, Younger, you wilding now. Don't do too much. Hold on. Let me see if I can hit, what's the name? Translate something for this. I don't know. I don't understand Slavic languages, my friend. Andy Floyd, I think that's your name. I don't understand Slavic languages. Did you about to get the Clinton death touch? Okay, I'm not paying attention to anybody that's called themselves Sprinkler Lord.
What I did so I could just go in.
How about now, guys? You got sound now? My fault. I had you off sound for a second. Got you. Can you guys hear me now? How about now? I think I did that. I was talking to this guy here for a second. I was resting my leg on this stool. How about now, you guys? Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know, guys. I appreciate it. 316 people? Yeah, it went down because it went sound went off. I'm sorry, guys. Everybody's like, yep. Okay, cool. Let's keep the numbers up. Make sure you guys share this to your friends and everything like that or whatever. Guys, make sure you hit the Cash App, support my cause and support it. Once again, we're down here at the Diddy trial. My personal opinions, let me just slide into this real quick before I get cut off the sound or something like that. There's a mute button right here, and I've got real big hands, so it's like, you know what I mean? I can't help it. I can hear Diddy dancing from there. Oh, wow. Are you guys happy for somebody to go to jail? Like, that's a question I wanted to ask. Are you guys happy for stuff like that? Like, is that a sincere question right there? You guys happy for stuff like that? Okay, audio's back. Got you. Are you guys happy for that though? Like, I just want to really hear your opinions. Are you happy for that or what? Another suicide? Oh, we're not gonna do that. No, we're not gonna do that. Because I hear so many people in here. How do you know he deserves it? Has he been convicted yet? I think you guys are having is you're having a trial online. I think that's really what's going on here, and that's what needs to be talked about. I think you guys are trying to have a trial online. Hold on one second. Let me move over here. I've got one of them. One of them. You know, when them show up. Nobody wins. Yeah, nobody does win. I will agree with that. Yes, and his ass in jail with some kind was someone's kid, and we're not going to talk about that. And you're going to get flagged for that too. We're not doing that here. Don't make a mistake and think this is a place to come and say whatever you want to. Some of you guys are saying some disgusting stuff in here. I'm catching it, guys. I'm catching it. I hear you guys talking like locked in, whatever. I'm catching it. Yeah, if he's guilty, Sierra, I agree with you. Happy for his victims. You don't know who's a victim or who isn't a victim because nobody's been convicted. The only person you can even consider a victim at this point right now outside these doors is Cassie. That's it. Judicially. Let's just say judicially. Now, however you feel personally, that's on you. No, I don't think so. I want to zoom in on this person right here. Do you see that person named Low Key Custom Cars? Does it appear like I'm mad? It appears I'm mad? That sounds like we're not 16 here. Why you mad? We're not 16 here. No, that's not happening. After 2 videos and then physically, there's not been 2 videos. You've only seen 1 video. Stop adding videos. What is the second video? What's the second video? Are we more of it? I want to know. What's the second video? Can somebody tell me? This is from that Jute side. After videos of him, there's one video, not two, one. We've seen footage. We heard personal testimony. Who did you hear personal testimony from? A guy that was taking advantage of him? A guy that was brought in to rearrange drums? Listen, you guys got to remember. Listen, hold on, let me back here a little bit. Let this guy's doing work. You guys got to remember, I worked for this company for over 17 years. If you're not here, you're just now getting here. My name is Davin Lewis. That's spelled Davin Lewis. You can look me up real easily. I will come up. I worked with Bad Boy Entertainment for over 17 years. Some people will make it a snafu of the point that I'm somehow physically invested in this to the point where I was being so, I don't know, so angry or whatever the case may be. This is not what happens. That's what happens with people that need a public defender. You saw two. What were the two? What was the second one? Like before, hey Lexi, what's going on? What was the second video? What was the second video? I'm not your bro. Because if we're gonna have, okay, so if we're gonna have trial, let's animate this. If we're gonna have trial, let me move over here for a second, guys. You guys can see there's more listening. I want to have this discussion with y'all. Let's have this discussion, right? So if we're having the discussion, I'm sorry about the bus behind us. Give me a second, guys. I got this big, huge bus behind me. Just give me one second. I don't want to drown out what I'm saying. Okay, so you guys are like, okay, so this is what I'm asking everybody in the chat that seems to be the extreme of how they feel, right? Let me ask you this. If it's a case and you feel like he's already guilty and you feel just based by a video or two that you saw that you can condemn him, right? And that's the case. All right, you're free to feel that way. My question is this. If you're free to feel that way, give me a second. If you're free to feel that way, what makes you think that everybody has to agree with you? Like, I don't really believe in that tribalistic type of attitude where it's like, okay, let's condemn everybody because, like, you guys are not part of any judicial system. You know, and it's just kind of hardening when you see people that have been locked up for like, you know, there's stories of people that have been locked up for 50, 60, 70, 80 years and they didn't do it. And people didn't believe them the whole time either. And many of those faces of those people were black Americans, black American men to be specific. And so when I kind of find it hardening when I hear these guys that try to act like they're the key to morality nowadays, when a lot of these guys were at these parties. You know, if you really want to get real specific about it, the only people who are connected to a star that were down here that I saw with my own two eyes were the kids. That's it. Where's everybody at? I didn't see Fat Joe down here. I didn't see a lot of individuals down here that have been and hung out with us, and whether it was Miami, LA, or wherever the hell it was, you know, and not necessarily that these guys did anything guilty either. I'm not putting them out as that, but where were they at all those years? Because they said they had been under investigation for over 20 years. You get what I'm saying? 20 years? 20 years? So where are those people at? You know what I mean? And why weren't they here at the courthouse today? That's my question. See, I was here at the courthouse, but why weren't they here at the courthouse? That's the real question you should be asking yourself. So when you guys are on there and you're sitting on there, you're trying to act like these pures of morality. Many of you guys have, how many people in your family right now currently have a felony or some type of misdemeanor? Some of you right now can turn and look at a person in your family that's living in your house right now, and they went through these same doors right here. You're online talking about, yeah, let's get him, let's get him, let's get him. There are men out here literally attacking and killing and dismembering women of color and just women in general. Not one of you has anything to say ever did. So you can't elect when it's just up in the air and it's up in the stratosphere when it's on the news to elect to talk about these topics when it's a convenience to yourself. No. You talk about these topics when it's not a convenience to yourself. You understand what I'm saying? See, a lot of the reasons you guys are talking about this is because of the pure simple fact you know it gets likes, views, and cash apps, which I'll see a whole bunch of them do tonight. You understand? But all of them, one thing out when you go watch them and you start donating to them, notice that all of them are sitting in their bedrooms while they're talking about it. I remember all sorts of stories come out in the late 80s. Puff didn't even have a record company in the late 80s. So you're lying. He didn't even have a company in the late 80s. What does it say? I remember all sorts of stories that came out in the late 80s. He wasn't even in the music business in the late 80s. But they squelched quickly No one knew. I don't like you. You're a liar. I don't like liars. Yeah, don't come lying. I don't like liars. And then he's gonna end up missing if he thinks about spilling the beans. Yeah, let's get rid of you. You're a conspiracy theorist. Nobody cares anything about the kids, Sean. And that's the thing. The kids were here earlier, whatever, whatever. I chose not to put them on camera when I was here the first time. I just thought I'm not doing that for likes or views and stuff like that or whatever, whatever. This is personal for them. This is their father. I don't even like the fact that TMZ did it. You know what I mean? I think we could have left that off the camera. I don't want to see Justin and all those guys coming down here and trying to see their father. As far as anybody, can somebody update me as far as like, I'm obviously thinking there was no bond because he had to come out these front doors. And I'm obviously thinking the second thing, which is they're going to keep him. I'm going to find out some more things, of course, or whatever. I got to talk to the team, talk to the peoples. We'll find out. Yeah, it's always a money grab for him, ain't it, Sean? One of the older boys has an open case as well. What about people in your family? Let's ask that. What's his name? Watch this. I'm going to show you how easy this is. At DATSTUDJAI. I can't pronounce that. Do you have people in your family that have been convicted of a felony, or yourself? Because you kind of look like you get into trouble. Let's ask that question. See, that's what I'm saying. You've got to watch these people that act like keys to morality nowadays. This is this thing. Okay, you do, right? So if you have a felony, when we ask you what your felony is about, it might be something of our taste and our morality scale and tier that we may not agree with. See how that works? See, there's a lot of people that be online, they be pointing fingers at everybody, but they never point fingers at themselves. So we need to know, oh, you got caught for weed, okay. Well, at one time, you know, that was a pretty strong offense, and they would have condemned you the same way before they started making it legal, right? Ho, 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 ho. You have to watch when you're trying to be the keys of morality. Being the key or cue to morality and trying to be a person like that is very reminiscent of when you had the town. Hold on 1 second.
Been tortured for over 10 years. Typically, I open my loudspeaker and present the above things, which are true.
I'm trying to figure out what this whole thing is about. Give me a second, guys. Get back to the script.
First, the mastermind was related to white Americans. I was tortured for no reason for over 10 years. Until today, I did not know that he came into the house to fuck his wife. The government found out and instructed his wife to do it. Knew that he had just run outside. When I went outside, I saw a white American couple sitting in the car to see if his wife listened to orders or not. Did not know that the mastermind ordered to have a wife and children.
Yeah, I don't know quite what that was about, and I really don't care. Yeah, that was kind of... I don't know what the hell that was about. I don't even want to comment on what that was about. Yeah, sorry. I hope I don't get flagged for that. Yeah, maybe your mother too. Another fake Cassie supporter. I want to talk about that too. We to beat women. Yep, you're right. Me and Diddy are the same. We to beat women? No, the fact is you're a criminal. That's the point. Puff's not a criminal as of yet. You are. That's the point of what I was pointing out. You're a convicted criminal. You understand what I'm saying? He's not. So that's the difference. So, yeah. Just like, no. Because you didn't have this enthusiasm, and I tell people this all the time. What was the enthusiasm when Epstein and this guy were? What the hell? I know, they're crazy. That was whack. Wasn't it? I just wanted to hear you. And Lord, don't let America. I don't know what that means. Yes, he is. Give me an L. Give me a D. I don't know what that means, but there's somebody else in here. Yeah, hold on, guys. I'm getting them. Just give me a second. Guys, it's 275 people in here. Make sure you hit the like button. I would appreciate it. Yep, you're right. That's me. I don't like this guy. Let's get this guy out of here. Okay. Yeah, I don't like people like that start happening. Yeah, I don't like people like that. Yeah, nah, it doesn't work like that, God's girl. It doesn't work like that. Puff isn't I'm not with this whole thing, because this is the thing, right? As many of y'all know, I live in suburban Connecticut, right? but I've been everywhere, trust me. And I'm trying to tell you, it doesn't matter where you're at or whatever the case may be in life. Yes, y'all guys have that right. But what I think some of these people that are in here, I think it's very much more personal with them. I think a lot of people in here, this is my personal opinion, I think they have joy in seeing this. I think a lot of people in here, they want to see someone's demise. And I think the premise that they hold it under, which oddly enough as it seems, is this. I think the premise that they hold it under is they have some type of inner hatred. And the inner hatred doesn't actually come from Puff, it comes from Puff's money. You understand what I'm saying? It's from his money. And what I keep hearing reiterated over and over and over and over, time after time after again, is the same couple of words. You ain't never big enough with that much money to lose everything. And I'm like, this sounds like people that are jealous. Because if you were really straight, like, okay, for example, we took up for Bill Cosby. Remember everybody took up for Bill Cosby? What a joke that was. And y'all knew Pill did it. I said, no, we can't do that. Yeah, this guy's a perfect example of okay, Dustin, sure. Sure. Oh, God. They would always say he's gonna. Oh, hold on. Let me get this person back here. I accidentally unhit the wrong person. He beat Cassie. He's a criminal. You're not fair. If you don't like what someone is saying, you block them. No, I don't. It's not that I don't like what somebody says. You're not going to come in here and say disgusting things. That's not the type of channel I run. It messes up my pay scale here on YouTube. So if you're saying anything, listen, if you're not hitting that Cash App, you shouldn't be giving any directions on anything. Sweetheart, I get paid by YouTube, not you. Understand what I mean here? So don't dictate anything in my chat room or you'll be going to. It's not a situation of just blocking people. It's blocking people that are saying disgusting things. And there's people in this chat room that I don't think want to hear that, and they're complaining about it. And over 450 something people in here. Why would I sit here and be privy to this one person continuously giving insults? No, it doesn't work that way with me. Sorry. It doesn't work that way. Let's get rid of this guy right here. No, not me. My heart breaks for his children. But if he's guilty, he deserves to go to jail. I agree. Cassidy started some cracks, which is weird because she didn't file a lawsuit 2 years later, which seems like a money grab. I am staying neutral, but I do believe, oh God, these are some silly people. I do believe this much. I do believe that it is a money grab. I'll say it like this. One of the commentators brought up something that I brought up before, and I said it initially when Cassie had brought up the subject, which was this. There's a thing called the, Jesus Christ, I want to say it, Adult Survivors Act. The Adult Survivors Act, and I reported on it at that time, the Adult Survivors Act here in New York City, and there's another rendition of it in California. Both of these acts were used, and I think there was a year extension put on it, where you could bring up cases that were, even if they were 10, 20, 30 years back, and there were a lot of people inclusive in that. It was like the mayor, they had, what's this guy's name, Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses. They had just a litany of different stars that could afford to pay out if they, if they had to. And I said, okay, that's cool or whatever the case may be. Hold on one second. So what was ironic and what I pointed out to everybody at the time was this. At the time of the Adult Survivors Act was coming to a conclusion. It was coming to a conclusion, and I believe it was last November. So when doing last November, it was coming to a conclusion, this Adult Survivors Act, and then you can utilize it anymore. So if you wanted to file a lawsuit or whatever the case you wanted to do, you had to do it at that time. Now, Californians, they got their own, I think their own version of it, and I think theirs expires in October. So they actually gave an extension to this Adult Survivors Act law. So these women can come in and they can get monetary damages. And I want to underline, only monetary damages, okay? Monetary damages. And so a lot of people were beating the race clock. Now, I remember this because the day after Thanksgiving, I reported this, and that was the time that the whole thing came out with Cassie. And I remember specifically this. I remember that there was only 2 days left out of that 4-day week because Thursday was actually Thanksgiving. So it was a 4-day week that week. That means that they got processing done maybe Monday, Tuesday. They did the finalization of the ones they intook on Wednesday, and then it was Thursday and Friday before they processed those other ones so they'd be available on Monday. Cassie's was one of them. And it was along with, I believe they had processed no more than like maybe a few hundred. Hold on 1 second, guys. They had processed maybe like no more than a few hundred at first initially, and then it turned around and it went strategically up to like in the thousands they had reported. So at the helm of this all, if you guys want to do some research, go and look at the Adult Survivors Act. That's what Cassie utilized. I hope that answered your question. Yeah, they extended that. Yeah, Sean knows what I'm talking about here. What's the point of this video? The point is we don't want you in here. For someone to be with someone for 10 years, then break up and file a lawsuit years later when you're married, no matter yeah, I would say that too, because a lot of people have said the same contention. They said, well, why did Cassie break up with him and then wait 10 years to sue him? You know, guys, it's 300 plus people in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me, please. We are here downtown at the federal court building where Diddy was arraigned today. Diddy will not be coming out of here. Put it that way. And I'm not putting his kids on camera. That's not happening. For someone to be with someone for 10 years, then break up with them and file a lawsuit. Well, you guys know the story about that. He was the help. You know that, right? The guy that Cassie actually married, he was the help. Now, I don't know in what sense he was the help, but I think he was a physical assistant or something like that to try to get maybe a dietitian, something like that. But he was supposed to get them in shape. He had worked there. He was contracted like most of these guys are. They work for multiple different like stars. So he worked for Puff. He worked for other stars as well or whatever. Somehow or another, him and Cassie started having a fling in between this while in Puff's house. I want to underline that. While in Puff's house. So they started having an affair, whatever, that matriculated into them dating each other and subsequently getting married and having a child. They had been married and had a child for almost 2 years, maybe 3 years at the point now. And now it's like, okay, money's running out. Hubby damn sure doesn't make as much as Puff. What are we going to do about baby? So what it turned into, in my personal opinion, was it was a money grab. The thing that influences that is the New York Times. Shout out to the New York Times. I know some guys over there, some good guys over there, especially one particular photographer, old school. That's my man right there. I think last time I saw you was at the Trump trial, so I know he followed me. I told him to follow me, so hopefully you see this. But Cassie was taken, it was a picture taken of Cassie maybe a week after she had got all the money, and she was shopping in New York City. And I was like, wow. And she was with the husband. She was with the husband, and they were just running around New York City here in Manhattan shopping, literally shopping. And I said, okay, so you're spending the money that he gave you. Now, they still reside in California, and as many of y'all know, I live in Connecticut. I live in Connecticut, and actually Cassie is from New London, Connecticut, where I used to live at one time. So, like, we know her. We know her brother. We know Roderick. We know her cousin David. They're very well known around the town, you know. I don't live in New London anymore, but that was a long time ago, but we remember them, and that's when it extended to me knowing her later on at the company or whatever. So if any of you guys are just tuning in and you're new, 507 people in the chat, we need you to hit the like button. My name's David Lewis. I've worked for Bad Boy Entertainment for over 17 years for all y'all that are new to this channel, whatever the case may be. So it's not a position of as many people are writing in this chat room, that I'm taking a position of whatever. It's not that. It really isn't. It's more so taking a position of, hey, we'll see what's going on here. That's where we're at. What did he say? He said, Jonathan. Who's Jonathan? I need to block him. You better believe if somebody's beating me, I'm leaving. I'm not going to stay with them for 10 years. Yeah, I think it comes to the contention is maybe the money. You got a settlement paid out to you. You were there. A lot of them, how you doing? Good. It was cute. I like professional cute women. I don't know what it is. I just that's my thing. Are you a man? You sound like a girl talking. That's what y'all were talking about. That sounded like a woman talking. I remember when you got drunk at Daddy's house and yeah, you're getting flagged. Sorry. Yeah, you're getting flagged. You're definitely getting flagged. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, you can't say stuff like that, bud. You can't say stuff like that. Hate speech, excuse me. You can't say stuff like that, guy. All right, but I got him out of here, guys. I got him out of here. Lexi says, you better believe if somebody is beating me, I'm leaving. I'm not going to stay with them for 10 years. That's common sense. I would agree. I would agree. Guys, make sure y'all hit that like button. Also, make sure you hit up the Cash App. I'm traveling today, so oh, good for you. Let's get him out of here. Y'all got to realize within the chat, you're going to get people that are from other channels and stuff like that. They're highly jealous of me. So what they do is they send their people over and they try to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so don't worry about them. That's just what they do because their favorite blogger can't get the same material. That's what it really boils down to. I was thinking, why wait 10 years on with life? I'm thinking she was broke. I'm pretty much can guarantee you she was. Simply Paul. She could have just left, but she did obviously like what was going on. I've heard dozens of stories like this. I don't know. I've never been privy to it, but some people will say someone will stay there for the money. It makes sense. I don't know. And no, we're not doing that here. Let's get him out of here. Yeah, I don't like that stuff. You can't do that stuff here. We're not doing hate speech here. We're not calling people out of their names. We're not doing none of that here. Where's Jonathan? Did I block him? Because y'all keep talking about Jonathan. There's a lot of people here, so y'all give me a second. Stay neutral, says Yvonne Grant. Cassie started some crap, which is weird why she didn't file a lawsuit some years later. You guys are all saying the same thing. Not me, my heart is broke for his children, says Sierra. Gavin, if he's guilty, he deserves to go to jail, fortunately for his children. I agree. Low-level energy, get them out. I did, Sean. Scott James says free Diddy. He beat Cassie, he's a criminal. You are not fair. If you don't like what someone is saying, you blocked him. It was your mom or family, what would you be? If it was my mom or family, I guess I would be angry, but Cassie's not my mom or family. That's the point, you know. And I think a lot of you guys that are on here online, you're a little bit more invested in the situation than you need to be. Is that fair? I think you're trying to have your own trials online, and that just doesn't work for the greater part of society. I mean, if we're going to do that, we might as well go back to pitchforks and, you know, and tiki torches in the town square. You know what I mean? Might work out better. Well, you guys concerns. Once again, guys, down here, live at the Diddy trials. You guys can see there's tons of media around. Come on, guys. 526 people in the chat room. We need more likes than that. We need more likes. Make sure you guys hit that like button.
How do I make it like this? So when somebody posts,
I love this, yo. See, one of the good things I do know about is electronics. What's up, guys? That's one of the things I do know about is electronics. And one thing I do know is, compared to a DSLR and carrying that shit around all day, because somebody asked, why did you get it? You see, they're asking me what kind of DSLR. No, you can do everything. This is the S24. I can do everything with this that I could do on my DSLR. I can change the white balance. I can change the ISO. I can get lens adaptation caps. I've got like 3 of them already or whatever. I never do long range photography, barely. And if I do need to, they have a what's the name in here that has 200 times zoom, so I don't have a problem. You know, I really don't have a problem. Yeah, tugging around heavy. I did that for a year. When I used to film people's videos a lot, I used to do that. Right here, I get the information right there on the spot in time and get it up. And most people that have the most interesting coverage anyway are usually guys like me online. That's why we get tens of thousands of fucking views. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody the other night too for the one I did with Trump. It was the Trump assassination. We've had a lot of things happen. Man. Frankie Beverly died. Who else died? Jesus Christ, he played Darth Vader's voice. I forgot what his name is. James Earl Jones, God rest his soul. And then we had a couple other people too. We had a couple other people with the two that passed away. It was one other person too. It was James Earl Jones. Then we had Frankie Beverly. Oh yeah, Tito Jackson. Rest in peace to Tito Jackson. How can we forget him? You know, it doesn't make sense, but that's what they do. It doesn't. Thank you for doing a great job. and I will be following you and supporting. I like that you are strong and you stood 10 toes down and told to take the video, when told to take the video down. Yeah, I did. I had to. Thank you for that. I appreciate that compliment. I know what she's talking about. She's talking about that video that was made about me, and some people, I guess, were trying to discredit me or something like that. I'm not sure. Lexi, it's not uncommon. It doesn't make sense what they do. This other person, okay, that's enough. Thank you for doing a great job, though. I'm new. Okay, I read that. What is this? We do not know all the facts. Lexi is right. So sad people are hurt by this man. I don't know if someone was hurt by him actually or not. I agree with what y'all saying, but it's just weird that she stayed with him for so long and didn't sue him until years later. Sounds like a cash grab. I said the same thing. AS2 says she could have been contacted. We are all changes. Getting money and him staying in jail probably sounds really nice to her, yeah.
He came into the house to fuck his wife.
Oh, you first on the scene as far as
The government
independent
found out and
journalism?
instructed his wife to
No,
do
that's
it.
not quite what I said at
Knew
all.
that he had just run outside.
Hold on one second.
When I
This
went
is weird.
outside,
I don't know what he's
I
promoting.
saw a white
This is so
American couple
weird.
sitting in the car to
You
see
guys
if
tell
his
me what this
wife
guy's
listened to
promoting.
orders or not.
Here's
Did
the
not know
problem.
that the mastermind ordered to have a wife and children or not.
My car can take it. I don't know what this is.
Now a single guy who went home to fuck his wife. There will be no one in
And
the
judging by that stuff he's got on the back, I'm pretty sure that guy's probably homeless or something. He's probably living in his car. So, yeah, he's probably, that's definitely some type of mental illness. He keeps riding up and down the block. They always have like 2 or 3 wackos to do stuff like that. It'd be, when I remember when I was covering the Trump trial, they had some wackos come down. And they did their thing. And then when I was doing the Jonathan Majors thing, somebody rolled by and said something there. I mean, they always have the wackos, maybe 2 or 3 of them, but that one was just a little different. A little different. Once again, guys, we're down here in downtown Manhattan here at the arraignment today for P. Diddy. Puff, as you know him. Let's cover whatever. Let's get this one out of here. Guys, come on. Stop saying stuff like that. You can't say stuff like that. Somebody else said, thank you, I'm doing a great job. I appreciate you guys for saying that. Yeah, and Rich Homie Quan, yeah. If you guys go to my community section, actually, and guys, there's 462 people in here. Make sure y'all hit the like button, all right? If you go to Rich Homie Quan's website, you'll see.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. You go to Rich Homie Quan's, if you go to my community section, I shared Rich Homie Quan's funeral procession today. So they buried him today, if you guys don't know. It's in the community section. So you guys go in there and check it out or whatever, if you want to. It's not something I promote, but if you want to. But yeah, he was buried today. RP to Rich Homie Quan. He died of a drug overdose. They actually gave the details of his autopsy just the night before. I actually shared that too, so you guys can go check that out. Guys, make sure y'all hit the like button and get me in the circle. I can't tell you individually every news agency that's out here, but I never can I? I saw 1 or 2 of the people I know, but yeah, the news agencies, they send different people all the time, so it's never like the same person. I know y'all talking about my buddy from People, right? Yeah, that's Matt. He's cool. That's the one I had on camera. Everybody's like, who's that dude? He's cool. That's Matt. He's cool as hell. He's over at People. That's my guy. Once again, we are down here. Diddy arraignment. Multiple news agencies down here. Give me a second, guys. There's actually way more out here, but everyone's kind of like shutting down right now. For all y'all asking, there's a brother and a sister right there with me. I knew that was going to be the first thing somebody in the chat room was going, where the black people at? There's a brother and a sister right there. And as you can see, the sister is the commentary. So, okay, all right. That did that to me at Trump Tower, too. Where the black people? Here he is, right here. Jesus Christ. What a mess. Nothing. Yeah, well, you know. Okay, let me read what you guys are saying in here. I like your comments, some of them. Somebody else said, thank you for doing a great job. You're welcome, guys. Not a problem. 474 people. Come on, you guys make sure you share this. And make sure to hit the like button. I definitely got beaten by my man. Okay, Zaria, my ass. I definitely got beaten by a man. And I left very freaking fast. Good for you, Zaria. I'm glad you did. It's crazy that this man is on video beating her, but people are acting like she's in it for a cash grab. I mean, that doesn't necessarily dictate her. I mean, like, so what do we call revenge? Is that fair? Justifiably. Justifiably. May I add that? Justifiably. Justifiably. It's crazy this man is on video. Then why don't we understand everyone ain't you? There you go. Drugs. I didn't marry another person, then sue the guy. Yeah, you got a point there. I didn't marry another person, then sue the guy who put me through hell. I left like a woman and went to college. I can respect that. Diddy's going to receive those back shots. Oh, God, yeah, you got to go. You got to go, man. Yeah, I can't have that stuff in my chat room because YouTube, they don't play that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, this is how I get paid, guys. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I can't do that. It's very heartbreaking for all the victims and Diddy himself, obviously trouble. I agree with that. The world is terrible in general. I agree with that, Lexi. You had a light compared to what happened to Cassie. So did I. I'm a small woman. He broke my... Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that happen to you, Lexi. Lexi, don't divulge too much of your personal life in here. Where is this? This is actually at the courtroom in Manhattan where Puff was arraigned today. Yeah, this is New York. I'm very sorry that happened to you, Lexi, and I hope that you never get in another situation that happens to you again. What's the time in the USA now? It is now 6 o'clock, my friend. Cassie should be getting nothing but praise. She stood up for herself, and at least she got something for her suffering. Most women just tears of therapy bills, just got tears of therapy bills. You know, okay, so for me, I'm not a guy that advocates for women getting beat. I'm actually quite the opposite. Many of y'all have seen. I was one of the main advocates and the only person of color that went up to Trump Tower myself and explained how that black female woman had gotten beaten as part of MTA. She had gotten beaten by a man that was sleeping under the bench. And I was very, very vocal about my distaste in that. I think vocal to a point that you don't see I have not seen me. But I'm glad for the two brothers that were down there, including the Latin brother that pulled that guy off of her, beating her. Her whole face was swollen up. You know, that was the thing. And so many times when you guys are sitting here and say thank you, many times when you guys are sitting here and saying, well, that could be your mama, that could be it. Well, that lady was too. There was no advocacy for that woman. None. So that's why I say a lot of times you guys pick the advocacies that you want based on what's trending. And that's not sincerity. Don't worry, guys, I got him out of here. Who am I voting for? I never discuss who I'm voting for. Pure survival, yeah, I would say so. I mean, listen, I promoted her albums, as many of you guys know, and her singles. She only had she had one album that was on board, and the rest was singles, all right? And my 17 years ago to get that company. And so, the later, hold on, son, second, guys. Give me 1 second.
What role that guy had, but the white American later represented the typical Latino pictures names and values.
At this point, he wants us to put him on camera. Not happening. I was young. That will never happen again. I hope not. Yeah, it is. So far, just let me give you guys a quick recap for everybody who just got in here. Diddy was brought up on 3 charges. One of those charges were inclusive of racketeering. The other one, I hate saying this because sometimes YouTube they'll act funny about it. So we'll just say trafficking of a certain sort in the bag. All right. And the other thing would be guns, which I think, me personally, that's what they'll get them at. I think that'll be their core when they try to go in everything. Sex trafficking is kind of hard to prove from people I've asked. It really has to have some detail with it. It has to have intent with it as well. So that's the thing that I've gathered from talking to some lawyers. It has to have a lot of intent, and it has to be able to be shown. The bottles of lubricant, hey, I'll say like this, guys, for any guy sitting on here and talking about why did he have bottles of lubricant and why was he having sex with all those women, I want you to really go into the corner of your home right now by yourself, turn off your phone, and think for about 20 seconds what you just actually said. And think about your past experiences personally. Because there's a lot of guys on here, listen ladies, don't let these guys fool you. There's a lot of guys on here that are just selling porgy pies, as we call them in England. And when I say that, I mean that justly. There's a lot of guys on here that sit up and trying to act like they're moral statures of life or whatever. Did you see when I asked that one guy, I said, have you ever been convicted of a felony? What did he say? Yes, but not like Diddy. You're a convicted felon. He isn't. you see how easy that translates? So you have a lot of people that have these advocacies online because they see it as trending. You understand what I'm saying? They're not actually involved or whatever. They are actually on any particulars. They're just talking to be talking. This affects the major media, in my opinion, and what the major media has to deliver to the masses. That's why I walk this middle ground with it. Yeah, I circle around with the major media or whatever the case may be. Do I want to be? No, because then I'll be confined. I don't want to be confined. But right now, our type of journalism is the worst type to be confined. If you do that type of confinement, you guys are not going to get what you wholeheartedly want. That's why I don't do the whole full march with this, even though I know it very well. I've been doing this stuff for 8 years. I was doing this when I was still an artist. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. Shout out to OG Mac Drum out in Arizona. He's the first person to put me on Blog Talk Radio with him. That was 2013, 2014. You guys can go check out some old episodes. Me, Matt Hoffa, the real Rick Ross and his nephew. We did an interview with them. We interviewed MC Bree's daughter, RIP to him out there in Chicago. And this was like 2014, 2015. So I'm not new to this. I try not to be abrasive and judgmental as much. I know it's a sensitive subject for me because I was attached to this company for so many years. If you don't know me, my name is Davin Lewis. I spell Davin Lewis. Feel free to look me up. You will see that. If you need much lubricant, something isn't right. Well, have you ever had $1 million? How many people in here have ever had $1 million at their disposal? Because I know some of you guys, you have $200 and you're trying to do everything under the sun. You know, so let's not be too judgmental. This is the case, my friend. What's going on? Voters. You know, people be weird when you get them with the, yeah. Oh, no, you automatically out of here. We're not doing no political pushes here. Understand now, all women are as strong as others. I just knew when it was time to go. I never waited over a decade. Like I said, yeah, that is a very long time to wait. And a lot of people did ask that question. No, he didn't. Let's get this one out of here. Guys, you can't say disgusting things in here just because you want to. Yeah, he was denied. He didn't have to just deny. I just told it earlier, but thank you, Amina. Oh, Amina, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a long time. Hey, Lexi, you need help in a lot of it there. Oh, no, we're not doing that. Nobody's going after Lexi. No, we're not doing that. You got to go. No, CNN saves or not. Yeah, I said it earlier. Yeah, you guys got it. And laugh a bit. You don't know me. Don't worry about it. I just blocked them. Don't worry about it. I really like your channel. I subscribe to a lot of channels, but you're different. You are real. I also know how people can be set up, and when they want to wake up and get beat down. That's very true. Detroit, what's going on, guys? I only could give my opinion with the fact that I know, and that's all we have right now. But yeah, Publix is not Bill. I've been down here since early. I've been, you know, what I mean, in a mix or whatever, more than y'all know. But and I'm not going to divulge that. That was on my other channel. You guys have been part of my other channel. Y'all can check that out. Y'all see what I'm talking about. Right now we're down here. Everybody's pretty much packing up. We got a few pieces of media left across the street right here. Of course. Guy right here. And yes, he has been denied bond. We're trying to see if there's a transport area. That's what I want to see. To see if we can get that part. And I think that's what everybody's waiting for, to see if the pup's going to be transported. So I'll be down here with you guys for a while. And we have all the media literally still down here. What's going on, Maria? How you doing? Police talking about an open case, yeah. NYC, what's going on, Nov? How you doing, bro? Free Diddy, somebody wrote. Welcome to the Diddy stream. That's what's up, guys. So this is the actual courthouse for the courthouse down here in Lower Manhattan. I want you guys to get a peek before I tune down. Don't nobody care about the man stomping on the caddy in that video. Let me ask you a question, Love. I love to ask girls this question here, right? How many of you guys actually bought Cass's music? I'll ask you again, because I love to ask the ladies this, especially. How many of you guys, when Cassie was an artist, how many of you guys bought Cassie's music? Could I get a show of hands in the chat room? How many of you guys actually bought Cassie's music? And if your answer is no, okay, you never bought her music, right? Okay. So if you never bought her music, it would make sense to me to say that it's almost guaranteed that there's a factor here, and that factor is this: if you didn't buy her music and you didn't support her as an artist at the time that she was an artist, doesn't that make you kind of weird that all of a sudden you want to come out and support her now, but you didn't support her financially? Because if she had been supported financially, I don't think she would have ever had to sue him, maybe. That's a way of thinking about it. Sierra said, I never heard of Cassie until before this case. I'm from the New York City tri-state. Yeah, Cassie had, see, like, look, Stid one, I guess that's how you say your name. She had music. Yeah, she was a musician. I am from India. See, a lot of you guys don't know. She had 2 singles out. Must Be Love or Could Have Been Love, one of the two. I forgot how you pronounce it. I think it must have been Love or whatever. And the original song itself, let me give y'all guys a little holler. Let me give you guys a little fact check right here, which is this: I will smack the shit out of you. All right. Yeah, don't do that to me. Sorry about that one. That's my one curse for the day, guys. Yeah, don't play tough guy with me. The song originally was meant for day 26. All right. The song, and I played the song, the day 26 version before for you guys. I'm not gonna do it now because I'll flag my channel for it, but I'll make a quick little something or whatever. Oh God, here go another weirdo. Here another weirdo. Let's get him out of here. Anyway, long story short, the song was originally meant for them. They repurposed the song. Cassie ended up being on the song after all. And so that was one of her top charting hits. After that she had shortly before that Me and You, which was another single she had, which was also meant for another artist. You know what I mean? So her songs that she had out, they were meant for other artists initially or written. I mean, when songs are written, you know, you give it to 3 or 4 different people if you guys don't know the process, and whoever fits the bill the most, it sounds the best sonically, that's usually who gets a song. And so sonically, yeah, Day 26 sounded good, but it was a song meant for a woman. It's not hard to figure it out. I appreciate it daily, man. So make sure y'all hit the Cash App. It's right down there at the bottom. $STRINGERBELL80. Once again, that's STRINGERBELL80. Let me see what you guys are saying here. I love hearing you guys' comments. If he was found guilty, would he lose his masters? It depends. I know a lot of things have been reported that a lot of things are in his mother's name as far as properties, as far as a lot of other things. So it's a possibility that he wouldn't, depends on where it's at. I heard there's some talks about trying to seize some of his properties, some talks about trying to seize some of his assets, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, it could be a possibility. He could lose the masses. It's kind of like similar to Dame Dash's situation just recently where he had to sell off the shares, remaining shares of Rockefeller Music. He could be forced to, or it could be seized. So yeah, that's a possibility. I don't know if it's federally or what the case may be, but yeah, it could be. It could be. It could be. Thank you very much, Lexi. I appreciate that. Got everything in my mama name because I stay fly. Thank you very much, Daily Mims. Daily Mims sent the Cash App. Let me make sure I like that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You sent me $1. It's all good, though. Don't worry about it. Send me $1. I just scrolled from a subway shooting stream. I just scrolled from a subway. Yeah, I don't do those. I try not to get into that part of it. I don't do those. Naples, Italy. Yeah. What's going on? Lexi, yeah, how you doing? Lexi, I love my country. Where are you from? Lexi's from here in the New York. Lexi's from here in the New York City tri-state. Is this Denver? No, this is New York, my friend. New York City. Now, Diddy was held without bond. I saw this guy filming this at Diddy party. Him and Puffy took some boy. No, you didn't. And I'm gonna block you for that. All right, guys. Give me a second here. I just want to make sure I get everybody in here that's saying crazy stuff. Me and you. That was the name of it. I don't do people that do that question. Anytime you ask me that question, I automatically block you. And that's crazy. That's crazy. Why are so many people so racist when it comes to the donation process? I'm noticing. Very, very racist. So I just put my Cash App. It wasn't meant for y'all to what's your name, but I have 20% to say yes. So for that 20% that did say yes, make sure you contribute. That's for one. Number two, for the 80%, you better keep walking. For the 80% that said no, you guys, I'm very disappointed. But it's all good, man. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. We'll survive. No, I'm trying to see if he's going to be transported, because if he's going to be transported, it's going to come out of this way, so that's what I'm waiting for now. If I don't get any donations, though, I'm just going to end the stream. You requested a refund for your dollar bill. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I might have to. Okay. That was crazy. I hit yes. Yeah, that's funny, right? Okay, we're gonna get you out of here. We're not gonna sit here. Let me get this one out of here too. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm begging. Sure. It's funny, right? You tell somebody to hit your Cash App. I said it 2 times within an hour and 12-minute period, and I'm begging. You're not gonna get me with that one. That's Negro talk. I don't do Negro talk. I didn't get mad at all. And who are you to talk to me like that? Bye-bye. I'm not gonna tell you who's out here with me or who was out here with me. Yeah, you gotta pay for that. Yeah, you gotta pay for that. I'm very nice on my podcast, I think. Okay, let's get this one out of here. I know you guys are like, why do you do this? Because I have tens of thousands of followers. It doesn't matter if I get rid of 15 people. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Let's get that guy out of here. I'm blocking all the guys that you people are telling me about or whatever. There's so many people in here, I can't. Like, it's 317 people. What's 500 something plus? So I can't I'm doing it as much as I know. All right, so give me a second. No bond. Yeah, no bond, Larry Duncan. After seeing how he went through her, Justin Bieber saying what happened, he needs to do his time in prison for all that helped him. I agree with that. I know a couple people brought up this interesting fact, and I want to talk about this. You know, the prosecutor said today that a lot of people, if they had any information, they need to come forward, right? Well, we all know that Gene Deal, for quite some time now, has been making his rounds here on YouTube, talking about what he knew about, you know, Biggie's death and everything else or whatever. If I were you, I would sit down for a minute. They might come after you and ask you for some testimony, being the fact that you've done documentaries. I think he did a documentary with the History Channel or something like that. There's other talk of, what's this other guy's name, Keefe D. I know a lot of people talking about him. He's still locked up here in Vegas, if I know from the last time. So there's a lot of talk of people that might be possibly linked to this or might have possibly been working with the authorities or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But I do know Gene Deal had a lot to say previously and now, and I think a lot of people need to start taking attention to that. Miguel says, damn, P. Diddy, you're very well spoken, and thank you for your time and doing what you do. No problem whatsoever. Make sure you guys hit that Cash App. I would appreciate it if you would. We got to get you out of here. Bye-bye. You can't curse in here. Guys, just make sure you don't curse in here or say anything that's crazy, because I have to block you. I can't leave it in here. This is how I get paid, so, you know, AdSense, it don't allow stuff like that. We just close it up today right now. You guys some kind of little pan view real quick. Yeah, I don't mind if you say one or two curse words, but if you say something that's like really, really like grotesque or nasty, I can't keep it in here. Because my chat replays on the replay, and yeah, if somebody flags that, then I'm out of a couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really looking forward to that. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. I appreciate it if you do. We're down here at the Diddy arraignment today. Yeah, a lot of people are. A lot of people definitely are.
That is one interesting, boring thing. I'm not even
I'm sorry, guys. Just give me a second. I'm just blocking people that are saying like gross stuff. Thanks. I'm just blocking people, so just give me a second if I'm not saying anything right now. Nah, I'm not doing that. Music entertainment business is shocked. I know a lot of people were talking. They had seen me this week. They said, "Oh yeah, he's coming to New York." And he was all throughout New York, including yesterday. So, yeah. You're gonna love Bologna Sound. Okay, bye bye, Connie. No. Got rid of them too. We're not gonna come up in here. Oh, I get it now. So this is a spot where everybody thinks, oh, Jaguar. No, that has nothing to do with Jaguar. That has nothing to do with Jaguar. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. He says, you're the first person I've seen talk like an adult about this. Yeah, I was telling my girlfriend that the whole time finally caught him. I don't know about all that, but yeah, whatever. So I feel terribly bad for P. Diddy. Let's get this guy out of here. I don't know you. You're definitely not one of my subscribers, something like that. What are you doing? Can Diddy apply for a bail in a higher court? That's a good question right there, Sierra. I have no idea. I would actually have to talk to an attorney about that. So I have no idea as of right now. I know right now he was denied bail or whatever. I'm still, as you guys know from seeing this on the channel, I'm still actively connected with the company. I still talk to people from over the company. We just had a reunion dinner back in November. So yeah, that's my concern, you know. For you guys, he's just who he is, but to us, it's just personal, you know. Miguel Fernandez, he says, all music entertainment is ruined. I do believe so. I mean, I'll do a deeper conversation about that in the deep dive later on. You are very well spoken, and thank you for your time and doing what you do. Thank you very much. Not a problem. And we're not doing R. Kelly jokes in here. That'll get me now. Why feel sorry for Diddy? What about those victims, including kids? First of all, you haven't seen one conviction of anything, and this is the problem I have. Don't throw in kids to make it look like it's more. How can I put this? You want to make it more extreme than what it is. There have not been any kids named in this case, and I feel. And before I block you, I want to say, I think it's kind of sad, and this is the kind of behavior that goes on online where you guys have people on here that are just throwing in bits to be throwing in bits. There is nothing in the document. There is nothing in the. Have you read the 15-page or 18-page manifesto of what the prosecutor said? Because it says nothing about that. So not only am I going to block her, I'm going to flag her because I don't like what she said about kids. Do not bring this conversation in when it's children, when it's not needed. If somebody brings that in my personal opinion, you're used to people that do stuff like that. Diddy on federal charges, which means they sat on him and have enough evidence to prosecute. Just because you have enough evidence to prosecute doesn't mean you have enough for a conviction. That's the difference. Trump had a litany of trials. I covered that trial too. And he wasn't convicted on everything that they had him up on. Doesn't work that way. I'm gonna move over here, guys. These guys are about to do a piece. I don't want my sound to be in their sound. Go over here to the side, guys. Matter of fact, I'm gonna sit right here, so this way I'm not in the way of everybody. All right, this works. This way I'm not in everybody's way. Yes, I'm in New York, man. It was a legit question. Yes, he is. Thank you, Miguel. Miguel said Sean Diddy Combs is a what's the name? Is a legend. Yes, he is. Get a job. I do have a job. I'm monetized with YouTube. You know, that's coming from somebody that calls himself nothing. Get a life. Get a life. Let's see how many followers that guy had. I always love to do that. I like to go to their profiles because usually the guys that are talking the most, 5 years and he's had 5 subscribers. You've averaged a subscriber a year. You didn't quite set the world on fire, did you? Did he oh God, bye-bye. There's not been any men mentioned. He's going to get locked up, and the FBI took all the evidence. Oh, so you work with the cop? You work with the FBI? Are you an FBI supporter? Are you going to the fundraiser this year? Someone is Diddy really locked? Yeah, Puff's really locked up. What's next for Bad Boy Entertainment? I think it's going to be success. I think that we're going to bounce back from this. I think there's definitely certain people that could move the company and keep the company afloat or whatever. I'm hoping it's not going to be the segregation of the dilapidation of the company. I hope not. He's been charged with 3 charges. One of them is money laundering. Money laundering basically. The other one is firearms possession, and the other one is trafficking. So trafficking and stuff like that, or whatever. Apparently. Yeah, I'm sure people will help run it. Yeah, it'll be fine. Where you at? I'm asking from Toronto. I'm actually here at the federal courthouse. This is where they held the arraignment today for Puff. And unfortunately, how you doing? And unfortunately, he was not released today. He's being held on bond as of right now. I think some people were sitting around. Maybe we can get a shot of him being moved out of here from federal. What's the name? I might have just missed that chance, but I'm not sure. I think I need to be somewhere else, to be quite honest with you. And I think I'm gonna move there in a few seconds. But waiting to see if we see Puff come out. Federal prosecutors have him in the gun or in the car, whatever the case may be, and get a glimpse. So yeah, more money, more problem. Stock revives. No, I was part of the company for 17 years. This is not stock revives. And this is what I mean about people like that. Let's see how many followers you guys. It's always the ones that don't have any followers talking crazy. What did I say? 4 years and 4 subscribers. You better be glad I mentioned your name. 4 years and 4 subscribers. Yeah, are you a saint? We don't do those people. He knows a lot. He knows a lot, and multiple folks are terrified because what he knows. How do you know that? You've been friends with Puff? You friends with any of the people in question? So you're just speculating. Yeah, they are, right? Yeah, whatever it is, it'll come to light fact. And if he's wrong, like I said, I will hold it down as that. LOL, Kim going to support him. LOL, you out of here. You had 5 seconds to say something. Diddy been a rat since day one. He taking Fat Joe and Jay-Z and a lot of it. Nah, we don't do conspiracy theories here. What did I do in the business? I was part of the marketing department. So we marketed all the artists. Every artist that you've ever seen from Bad Boy. I started out with Black Rob, and after that it was Puff's second album, which was Forever. That was my second project that I promoted after that. We worked on it, did everybody subsequently that came after the years up until 2016. My last project that I worked was Soulja Boy, Nicki Minaj. This is when we were at Interscope. Interscope was our distributor. Soulja Boy, Nicki Minaj, and then French Montana. That was the last project I worked. Bye-bye. I don't know about all that. We'll have to see. I'm just surprised how many black Americans are in here talking about, he going to prison, send him to prison. Send him to prison. You sound very slavish in here. Thank you very much, man. He said that's nice. Make sure you guys hit the Cash App, social support to the channel. There's a racist gender thing that goes on here with the donation process. I don't know what it's about, but it's there. You know what I mean? So you have to call it for what it is. We're going to sit here for a little bit longer, and if I don't see any support, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Thank you very much, Michelle, for that $10 donation. I appreciate that. You know, it's crazy. I've had over, I don't know how many people in here. This is not, my coverage is not worth donations, but somebody sitting in their bed and talking about the state, they're yelling and screaming. That's just crazy to me. I don't know. Did you? Hate from Brazil. Got you. Sephora wasn't back on 48th Street back then. You're lying. Hey, Ireland, what's going on? Yeah, somebody just said Sephora. Sephora wasn't even in Manhattan or the United States during those time periods, so you're lying. Locks Honey and Mariah Carey. Are you retired? No, I'm not retired at all. I'm still in the studio right now. I completed a new project. It's R&B this time. I'm not doing rap music anymore, so I'm doing like an R&B type of trap thing, and hopefully you guys will purchase it and like it. I hope so, as you like all the other stuff that I put out. I'm very late to the game. Which charges are you facing? I got you, JD. So the charges he's facing right now are racketeering. The other one that leads up for that is sex trafficking. The other one that leads up to that is possession of firearms, multiple firearms, including an AR-15. So that's what he is being charged with. And right now, as I know, he was denied bail because he's a flight risk, naturally, because he's damn near a billionaire. So they chose to hold him. I really have a problem with that. I don't like that. It's unfortunate, but that's the truth. That's what's going down. But no, I'm not retired. I'm still working on projects. I'm too young to be retired. I'm only in my 40s. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate that. Free Diddy, YJZ. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Yeah, this is the courtroom right here. This is the court. This is what you're seeing. You'll be in the feds for the next 30 years. How long you been working with the courthouse, Dave? You see what the stuff that people be writing in here? It's crazy. How long did that, see that brother that walked in? He works at the courthouse. How long you been working there, Dave? Dave, come on, answer. Go ahead. No, no answer? Okay. Dave's got to go. God. Because we cannot film in here. This is a federal courthouse. This is why you see all the journalists out here. There's no permit. See why people, they assume they know everything. It doesn't even matter if I use my press pass. We cannot film in here. You could take dissertation, meaning you can write down what's going on or what you think is going on. But as far as filming, there's no filming in federal courthouses. Okay, y'all got it now? Okay. See all the press out here? That's why the press is out here, because we can't film inside. Got it? Okay, cool. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I appreciate it. Social support, and make sure you hit the Cash App. Well, yeah, it does. It's done, but it's not done. You know what I mean? Okay, let's get this one out of here. I can't stay in here. Diddy's inside. He was held without bond today. Very nice, right? Small Dollar said, "Damn, that's a fancy court." Yeah, the trolls are just hilarious. I'm laughing at them too, Lexi. Trust me, I'm laughing at them too. Yeah, let's give it that one. It's like it's almost, hey, gosh, she was cute. Pizza for everyone. Crazy. What else is in there? Hey, what's up, Atoro? Hey, what's going on, man? I know Atoro. Atoro's pretty cool. Yeah, so this is actually the location where Puff was held today, if you want to say. They brought up 3 charges that the federal prosecutor brought upon him, which was 1, sex trafficking, 2, gun possession, 3, which would be sort of money laundering type of situation here or whatever. So that's what we're up against right now. That's what we're talking about. So if you guys are tuning in or whatever the case may be, that's what it is. Right now, as many people keep asking me the question over and over and over again, why don't I go inside? It doesn't matter if I use my pass to go inside or not. It doesn't matter. I can't film inside. It's a federal courthouse. This is not like, I think you guys are expecting when I was covering the Jonathan Majors trial, when I was covering the Trump trial. It's not that. This is a different courthouse. If you just look at the facade, you'll know that alone. You get me? So yeah, we can't go inside and film. I can go inside and do a dissertation. I can sit there and I can copy and write what's being said, but I can't go inside and film. And just because you called me what you called me, I'm gonna block you and flag you. You don't call me that. You cannot film inside federal courthouses. I'm gonna say it one more time for you. You cannot, please go Google. Google's your friend. Y'all want to see my face? Everybody's like, they want to see my face. This is my face. See my face? This is my face right here. Everybody see my face? Gotcha. We'll find out if he did something wrong or not. But thank you, Just Me. I appreciate it. Guys, make sure y'all hit up the Cash App, support this channel, and make sure y'all hit the like button. We got 325 people in here. Should be more likes than that. Well, you can film in courthouses. I filmed in the Jonathan Majors trial, and I filmed in the Trump trial. They just had, just like I'm standing right now, they just had press areas for us. But in federal courtrooms, you cannot film. that much. I looked it up before I left. So just to make sure, you know what I mean? Because not everything is open to even press. You know what I mean? Everything is not open to dissertation either, where you could be like a stenographer, you know? He was held without bond today. Oh, God. We got one of them in here. Hold on one second. Let's get this one out. Somebody said he's not even here. He's not here? Really? Before I block you, I want you to tell that to everybody else that's out here. See how these people are? They're crazy. He's not even there. That ain't the Diddy trial. Well, why are these people out here? Oh, God. Okay, let's get rid of you. Your mother's a goofy. Let's see how many followers you got. 7 years and no subscribers. I bet you don't. Oh, he's left. Oh, you've left comments before. Okay. Got you. Hello, what's going on? It's me, Mary. Why did he have that? Right. Oh, security doesn't fall asleep like they did with Epstein, but I think Epstein similar. Now, somebody brought that up today, and I saw that. Somebody brought that up. They were like, what if it turns into an Epstein thing and, you know, he ends up hanging himself or whatever? Because there's been, and I can't hold it back, there's been like conversations before Puff told him he was going to take his life. I don't think he'll do that, not with the kids. He couldn't stand to have the kids and him and the mother taken away from the kids. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Let's get this one out of here. What's going on, DIF? How you doing? So, Sean, right now Puff's been held without bond. That's the update. There's 3 charges subsequently to him right now, which is inclusive of money laundering, sex trafficking, and the final, which is the most inclusive, is the one with gun possession. And so that's the one right now that we're horned at, and we're trying to figure out what's going on with him or whatever the case may be. And so we're trying to figure out, I think some people are down here just doing their last pieces, like I am, and I think some people are trying to see if they're going to actually see Puff get dragged out of here. I'm trying to see, but if anything, I will be back to doing. If anything, I will be back to cover this some more or whatever, of course. You know what I mean? So you can be content on that, and the way you can help and support this channel is by hitting that Cash App down below. I know a lot of you are racists, a lot of you in here is goofies. I get it, but for the people that do max with me, please make sure y'all hit that Cash App. Thank you, brother. Thank you for your time and info. No problem, Jay. Ain't that the Tates in it for sex trafficking as well? Ain't the Tates in it? Yeah, they're trying to say that with Andrew. Yeah, I don't even want to say his name because that alone will get you in some trouble. Nah, there was no bail presented, so it's no bail. Press wood. Damn, I take it back. He guilty. He ain't coming home. I don't know about all that. And I don't know about he guilty, and I don't like people like you. Yeah, I try to keep bad vibes like that around me. I'm trying to, you know, take a turn and be a nice person again. You know what I'm saying? I like being nice. Hi from South Texas. What's going on, Chris? How you doing? Guys, make sure y'all hit that like button for me if you would, and make sure you support the Cash App that's pulled right there under the poll. I would appreciate it. What's up, DIF? How you doing, man? Hip hop is dead. It's been dead. Pete is the crownest. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. No. You're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. We've been through this. I like when I started at Bad Boy, believe it or not. About a year after I had started, we actually ended up going to trial with him, believe it or not. And that was the first time with the shooter with Sean. And we were there for it. We got interviewed by NBC at the time, and I got interviewed by Sway in the morning. Me and my man Scrooge McBuck, shout out to him. This shit is hitting right here. I'm sorry, I just got to take this off for a minute. That is the dopest Porsche I have seen in a minute. Isn't that nice, guys? Isn't that beautiful? That is a beautiful Porsche. I want something like that so bad. We're going to get it, though. We're going to get our money back up. That is so beautiful. I'm sorry. It was a beautiful car. His lawyer proposed $50 million bail and a bunch of conditions. Judge said no. Yeah, he said no. You met Sean up north? Yeah, Sean. I got pictures with me and Sean, man. Sean Poe. Shout out to Poe. Was that the lab? Okay, it looked like the Porsche at first. It looked like the Porsche emblem, right? That's the Lambo. That's the little small lambs they're making now, right? The little baby lambs. Okay, I got you. Let's get this one out of here. Let's get this one out of here. Okay, got you. Yeah, I got him. Don't worry about it. Let's get this one out of here. Yeah, the Lambo truck. Oh, I'm sorry, bud. I didn't mean to block you. My fault. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to block you. I meant to block that other dude. You got your own live on the side. Yeah. I'm not on the side. I'm in the press area. Let's say. Need to give the system more chance to prove guilty or innocent. He owed that opportunity. Best of luck to Diddy. Thanks, Chris Gonzalez. I appreciate you saying that. And guys, in case you're wondering, we are here on location where Diddy was arraigned today in New York City. The charges stem and go as planned as sex trafficking, money laundering, and possession of firearms. And he was positioned to have a $50 million bail. So far, that was not allowed. At least not today, so we're going to see what's going on to happen next. That is all the info that I have to update you on right now, outside my personal feelings of the case, which I'm not employed to say too much about. But I want to say to our company founder, I want to say to Diddy and the man that I worked for 17 years, I want to say as of right now, we are on your side, and we're hoping that a lot of this stuff isn't true. We all love Puff. As he knows, or whatever. I had my moments where I truly thought she was a MFer, but honestly and truthfully, we don't want to see this happen. This is attached to my legacy too, you know what I mean? As far as being with the company for so many years and continuing my relationship with the company. So make no mistake, when you hear me talk, I'm not necessarily taking up for him. I'm only allowing the fact of saying that this fact, we have to wait till due process is found. Then we can give our, online, court hearings and everything else that everybody else wants to do. Equalon says he really wish he lived in NYC. Let me tell you something. I'll answer that comment for you, right? If you did, you're pretty. If you did live in NYC right now, you wouldn't want to be here. If you did the tri-state, you wouldn't want to be. It's a very different place than it was previously before the pandemic. I can assure you of that. It's so natural. Diddy did that. We see the video of him beating Cassie, so that means he's guilty. Everybody else too. And why you that for? You going to the policeman's ball this year? You gonna see your donation in for the judge? How long you been working with the feds? Joy 2 years ago got 8 subscribers. Oh, you definitely out of here. If you got under 100 subscribers, I'll block you if you say stupid stuff. You support woman beaters? Did you hear me say I support woman beaters? Listen, whatever your advocacy is, what your advocacy is, but men get beat every day. I got pictures of videos of men getting killed. I've got videos of men being poisoned. I've got videos, and they never get the same momentum as when it's something. And I'm not trying to be, a misogynist or nothing. I'm just being real about it. There are things that happen to men too, and a lot of them go through these courtrooms that have been through here where they've had a woman that's divorcing them or whatever the case may be. There was a woman down in Florida, I remember a couple of years ago. She had planned to have her husband killed, and luckily enough, undercover cops came in. See what I'm saying? So I'm not going to feel necessarily just because you think in this whole tribalistic way, I'm going to conclude and say, hey, blah, 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 blah. Now you want to get into something else. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're not doing all that. Yeah, talk about the rock groups and everybody else. You know what I mean? I'm clout chasing for money. I get paid by YouTube. That's for one. Number two, you don't even know me. You sound stupid. You sound so silly. Like, you got to remember, there's people out here in the culture, guys, that just really, really hate themselves. There's somebody that's mad right now that I got so many people in here. How does it work? We can all speculate, but we'll have to watch for the truth to unfold. Exactly. That's all you do is you're speculating. And that's the point I'm trying to push here. If you're just speculating, you don't have any real true points of anything, then you don't have any type of what's the name. It'll be seen. It'll be seen. I was here today, right? Why would y'all expect me not to be here? Why would you expect me not to be here? You know? Oh God, this guy just wrote his Cash App in my chat room. That's hilarious. Are you related to Nick Good? No, I'm not. Are you related to Cave? We're not gonna do that. Are you related to Cave Bear? We'll say that. Hi from North Dakota. What's going on, man? I appreciate it. 393 people in the chat room remaining. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Lexi. Yeah, somebody just wrote their Cash App. I've had that happen like 3 or 4 times. Don't worry about it, guys. I get them out of here. I'm different than everybody else. Like this is another one right here. Ellie writing her Cash App. Bye-bye. And then we'll laughing emojis after that. Like, you are silly. Women can be evil also, not just men. This is very true. Why are people trying to tell you, oh, can't they just, I don't know. It's just, I've got like 3 vloggers, you know what I mean? And these 3 vloggers, they have, let me tell you, I can tell you guys real quick, and so you guys will understand. There's 2 things going on here when you see these people in the chat room. One thing that's going on, I'm going to pan this camera around so you guys can see the rest of the crowd out here or whatever. One thing that goes on within my chat room is this. You had a guy that was a blogger that I thought was cool, and he kind of turned on me. Then we had another vlogger, for the sake of he didn't have a story, and he wanted to add to the story, so he made me inclusive to his story, which is about one Jaguar. Right, I ain't got a problem with Jaguar. Shout out to Jaguar. But then there was another vlogger that promotes, believe it or not, and still receives donations from African American people. Please note this. It's one guy named Stormin Rowe. He has a woman consistently on his show. Her name is Cynthia G, that gives commentary in the lights of why you should abort black male babies. And she's a black woman. But for some reason or another, she hasn't lost a dime of support. Nor has she been chastised or challenged by any black woman I've ever heard of. So if you're not chastising her and going to check her or chastising any of those 3 vloggers I just mentioned or whatever the case may be, there people come over here to my chat room on a regular basis. I've had them subscribe to me. I've had them write comments. I've even had one of them donate to me in hopes that they could trick me and I would say something else. So it's a real rough road that you play here on YouTube with a lot of these folks. A lot of these folks are mentally ill. A lot of them, they think they're on the corner hanging out or whatever. I'm going to tell you an interesting story I had today where I had to contain myself if I hurt somebody. So, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it happens on a regular basis. I don't worry about that. It's just the fact that the real reason they're here is because they join into this kind of like, I don't know, group train of thought where it's like, okay, well, can't nobody make money except for my favorite blogger that sits in his bedroom. But the guy that's actually here at the Diddy case, right? He gets what, 1 donation? I got 1 donation, I think, 2 maybe. Oh, I got one from a guy that said he wanted me to send his donation back. That which was so. I'm sitting here talking. I forgot I took your guys off for a second. So you have people like that. So when you go donating and pushing money out, just remember the guy that you're donating to is sitting in their bedroom. You know what I mean? Let's make sure you keep that in line. Guys, you're going to have to give me a second here. I'm going to have to plug up this phone because I'm about to go dead. So I'm going to try to give you guys a little shot while I do all that. So give me a few seconds here, and I will be right back with you. Hold on 1 second. That ain't going to work. All right, guys, you're going to have to wait. So don't go anywhere, guys. Trust me. I'm going to make this so you guys can at least see it a little bit. There we go. And just give me like a few seconds here. I'm going to grab my charger pack so you guys can, I don't have to go anywhere. And while I'm doing that, guys, make sure y'all hit the Cash App up, support the channel, support the team. What do we do here? Give me a second, guys. I'm just going to plug this up real quick, and I'll be right back with you guys. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right with you. I'm streaming in the highest resolution I can via the app, which is 4K, so it takes up a lot of space. So guys are wondering what I'm doing, I'm plugging up my charger pad, so I can't read your comments specifically right now. I'll see you right. Just give me a second. Alright, now we got that taken care of. Alright, we're back at it. I had to make sure I keep the phone plugged up. I'm getting ate. Big mosquito. Alright. Let me see what you guys are saying in here. Nah, Presswood, he's not going to sit in jail for 2 years. That don't mean that you had. Has anybody heard me say my Cash App? So that's somebody from one of those channels, like I told you. Like, it's ridiculous, these losers. Bye-bye. Give me a second, guys. Where's this person right? I'm a begging ass bum, go to work. Okay, sure. Whatever you say. Bye-bye. I don't answer any questions when somebody says, what's this channel about? Once you do that, I automatically block you. It's in the poll you set up, dummy. What YouTuber do you know that doesn't have a fucking Cash App? I've been live for 2 hours and I mentioned my Cash App 4 times. I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to make any money. Only the people that you pick are supposed to make money. Yeah, I know who it is too. Between AT2 and the other one. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do because they can't do nothing but sit in their bedroom. Sit in their bedroom and do lives and gossip about people. He did not make bail, Marshall, excuse me. Yeah, there go AT2 with another one. Now, you know what the funny thing is? Both of those bloggers that I'm talking about, and it may not even necessarily be there, but both of those bloggers that we're talking about, if this had been an hour within his show, at least 30 times he's now mentioned to you, support, support, support. The other one's the same thing. Oh, thank you so much for donating. Love emojis. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are full of it. They're not giving you the real. We're here at the spot, man. We're here at the spot. You heard? Like, come on, let's stop playing. Like, I'm here. You know what I mean? What y'all talking about? What they talking about? Pork chop. They gonna go to pork chop. Pork chop gonna pretend like he's got the answers for everything. I was there, just like David Lewis was. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. And both of them will be sitting up in their chat rooms tonight. Make sure y'all hit the support to support. I got the receipts. I got the receipts. You ain't got shit. You wasn't here. So what are y'all donating to? You get me? Make sure y'all hit Cash App, $STRINGERBELL80. It's 449 people in here, 142 likes. I'm trying to see what's going on. We don't talk that over here. I don't know what you're talking about. You sound like that guy that rode around in the car a few minutes ago. I'm sorry about you guys had to hear that. No, I'm not late at all. I was here. Everybody's not going. I don't know what you're talking about. Everybody's going. What are you talking about? Everybody's going. Everybody's not going. Everybody's going, huh? What do you mean everybody's going? See what I mean? See how they try to pretend like these people are weird. That is weird. How do you know who's here, who isn't? You're not here. That's crazy. Yeah, I think they will be able to. I think they'll be able to with the next court date, if I'm right. They'll be able to present again. I mean, it was the same thing. This has happened many times with different people. They don't make bail the first time. Doesn't mean they're necessarily not going to make bail the second time. So I want to keep that in order. This live trademark dev. You know what? I'm going to answer you. This is actually where Puff was today doing his arraignment. They have held him with no bond. So right now we're just sitting here or whatever with the rest of everybody else. We're trying to see if Puff's going to be transported or something like that. I'm not sure what the case may be. But as you can see over here, yeah, because you peep that too, right? No, we don't want the pizza man that delivers food in our video. He stopped at pause like he was Fabio. We don't want the pizza man in our shot. We're good. You guys can get a little view of what's going on out here. That's why I'm laughing. I'm like, what the fuck is this? But there's another news crew behind that Jeep. You guys can't see. I'll try to zoom in on a little bit. But right over the side of that Jeep, there's people right there. There's another cruise crew down there. There's another dude's van right there. There's more down there. I walk down here. You're going to see more down here. Well, those guys have left. But, yeah, we're all out here, dude. Like, you know what I mean? And as you see, I'm in the present area, so let's stop playing. All right. Can they try Bell over again? They can. Yeah, somebody. It was the fact he's just standing there like, make sure you get my book back. Nah, where I'm at, I would see if he came out. Trust me. Yeah, we gonna see what happens with Trump. You know, Trump's afraid of Puff, so or was at one time anyway. Before I guess the whole thing went down with Barack getting hired and everything, you know, for the job. Yes, he was held without bond. What's going on? She said greetings from Aruba. Yeah, they do. All right, guys, in a few seconds here, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Yeah, the way I operate here on my channel, I fulfill what I need to fulfill for YouTube. So after that, it's just like, okay, if people are donating, I'll stay with you. But if you're not donating and not supporting the channel, then I can't stay with you. I'm going to do one more live probably in a little bit or whatever. I'm going to be talking about specifically a lot of the stuff that's going on. As far as that, I'll pull y'all to join in. It'll be quick or whatever. I just want to see how my poll sounded because I want you guys to see my face. They already know I'm ethnic, but I can hear my voice, right? But I want to see something. I want to show you how much hate there is out here for men of color. So I had altogether 1,192 votes. Only 21% said yes, this is worthy of donating to, while 79% said no. The reason that 79% said no was for a few reasons. One, most importantly, was the pure simple fact they don't respect you. Okay, so that part don't bother me. We're gonna get up on out of here, guys. You can roll off now if you want to. One, they don't respect you. That's for one. You understand what I'm saying? As a male content creator, or as a man of color that's a content creator, that's for one. That's fine. I don't have any problems. I don't have any qualms with that. Two, I think what the problem is when you get people online that can't compete with me. Because we all know all three of those bloggers that were talking about me, that I was talking about earlier, that sent their followers over and everything like that. I have three bloggers that literally started an all-out campaign to try to get people. They go into little what's the names and things like that or whatever. So that's a lot of the people that y'all saw in here that were leaving goofball stuff and everything like that. And then a lot of other people that you saw in here, a lot of those people were just from those people's channels specifically, right? So it doesn't matter. It doesn't, I'm sorry, I was just laughing at somebody. It doesn't matter whether or not you guys, believe whatever. I really don't care. I just more so I'm on the factor of this. Don't come into my chat room trying to disrupt me making money because I'm still going to be making money regardless. You understand what I'm saying? But the point is even more so, let's tell the truth. The truth is these three bloggers, they never have the same material on their channel, but y'all are giving them hundreds of dollars. So I'm just asking, why is it that other people who just give speculations, give lies, and talk about people they've never been around in their life, give speculations, give presumptuousness just because they don't like Puff. They don't like Puff. Some of them can't even give you a reason why they don't like him. That's the funniest people. So I'll say to you this. I'm going to let my battery charge up. I'm going to do a separate live for you guys. outside of covering the trial today, covering the African American. You know, nobody even donated $1 to be on the African American Day parade. I filmed that thing for 3 hours. There's a racism. There's definitely a racism component here on YouTube as far as getting cash apps and things like that or whatever. That's cool. That's cool. There's also a sexist thing to it too. And what I found is, and I keep finding it, I don't know why I keep finding it, but I keep finding it. If you are a male on here and you're not pandering to a specific type of women or whatever the case may be, or in this case, they all want to be joined the side of them. Somebody said, well, if you're like this, then that means you stand right here. It's like all these absolutes. I don't agree in taking people's absolutes. So that's one thing you'll find about me. I don't dig into people's absolutes. I'm not going to join your whatever because you think I should. Like, that's just not how I operate, you know? So I say this to everybody. If you think I'm going to get on here and pander to you just because that's what you want to hear, and you got the wrong podcaster. That's not me. I know the law. This is not the first time I've covered a trial. As you guys know, I covered the Jonathan Majors trial. I covered both Trump arraignments and trials. You know, so I'm no novice to this. I'm getting people that are coming in the chat room and coming into the area, and these guys are sitting here and they're talking about this is going to happen to Pub, that's going to happen to Pub. None of these people are lawyers. Okay? None of these people are lawyers. None of these people have any background in law or anything else. So it's kind of like weird to me when I hear these people. They talk like this and they have these attitudes. And yo, if you don't go against Puff, you ain't with us. You don't pay me to be with you. Don't sit up here and tell me I should be on your side when I'm telling you, and it's over. Now you can't tell me if 1,221 people to join in on your live, and all of them say, "Nah, we ain't donate nothing to you. We gonna go there and donate to our favorite lawyer." Fuck that this guy was actually at the trial. We gonna go donate to people that talk about the trial from their bedroom in California. I'm like, okay, listen, I don't know how unintelligent you have to be to take a position like that versus the guy that was actually there, but it's quite all right. You know what I mean? We were at the Diddy trial, well, not Diddy trial, excuse me, Diddy arraignment today. Y'all give me a second, I'm about to put my hoodie on. It's getting kind of chilly out here. But I cannot be getting sick because God knows if I need some cough medicine, these people ain't gonna help me. Y'all not peep that though? I had to talk about that though. I'm like, okay, at this point, it's seeming like it's on purpose. And so I have to talk about that. There's no reason why I should be on here and have, this is like, none of these people that you guys follow, if you've not been paying attention or not, don't have the same material as me for the past year, the year before that, or the year before that. You understand? They just don't. And instead of pointing that out, what you guys do based on sexism, and I do say sexism, there is no place for a heterosexual, in my opinion, a heterosexual black or Latin man online if you're talking masculine. There's no space for you. The men, they come in here and they all sound like they're weirdos on drugs or what. Did you see the stuff the men were writing in here? I'm like, this is not coming from women. This was coming from men. Men that said they were heterosexual men. 374 people in the chat. Make sure y'all hit the like button. And so I'm listening to these guys and I'm like, these guys sound, and you got girls heard them too. The girls that are in the chat even were like, what the hell are you talking about? You know, it's kind of weird, man. Thank you very much, Lexi. We're all only human. God is the ultimate whatever. That's very true. I Compton 911. I just left from the Diddy hearing today, or whatever the case may be, or whatever. Puff was charged with money laundering. Puff was also charged with gun charges, and he was also charged with y'all give me a second. I got something on my mind because I'm like, yo, is it really that racist and sexist here on YouTube? But he got arraigned for 3 charges. There was no bond given. You know what I'm saying? And we just down here supporting him. I'm gonna say like this: I was the only one in the courtroom supporting Jonathan Majors of color. Everybody was upset then because he was with a white woman. It always ends up being something with a woman. And I'm not no misogynist. I love chicks. But at some point or another, we have to start asking questions of the women too. One of my subscribers here, Lexi, brought up a very important fact, and so did several other of y'all. Y'all said, well, if that's the case and he was beating her so bad, and it had to happen more than once that we saw in that video on camera, then why is it, right? Why is it that it took 10 years and a new marriage and a new baby, and now once she gets the settlement that she gets, which is a little under $30 million, she's all of a sudden out in Midtown Manhattan shopping with her husband like nothing happened. You got your happily ever after with your white boy, I guess. I don't know. I don't care if she's married to a white dude, but it's just the fact that I just think for some reason or another, we have to sit here and have these conversations, and they all have to be based on gender. That's a gender-based conversation. You're saying that this man is guilty because you've seen one tape of him beating her down, and I say, yeah, that's true. But do you know how many men, black, white, Hispanic? Listen, let Poppy get lit right now. Let that nigga be Dominican, Honduran. Let me keep it something in perspective. Let him be a Dominican, Honduran, Irishman, or a real Italian dude. Somebody getting smacked in that house if he got his third whiskey in him and they say the wrong thing. Now, all those people, I'll bet you, I grew up around them. So I know what I'm talking about. Right out there in Connecticut and partially here in New York as well. So let's stop this whole tirade of everybody is sitting around in the moral cap of everything. And he should go to, there was so many people in here, there's someone in here, I'm sure. Oh, he's in it. Always over race. Everyone needs to get along. It is over race. It is over race. It's race and gender. That's the thing that I see a lot of the feminists riding on nowadays. They want to kiss the butt of white liberals and things like that, the women and some of the little weak men. Like short men, I stay away from short men. I stay away from fat men. Short men and fat men are a problem in society because they both equally have low self-esteem and they usually go around starting stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? I never trust a short man. I don't keep short male friends. I don't hang out with short dudes because short dudes are always an issue. Always an issue. They either running their mouth or they trying to prove they a man or, you know, so what, I'm 5'4", I'm still a man. I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't hang around with short men. And short men can be inclusive of a whole bunch of things. So when I see the men in here today, when I was covering this story, I listened to how they were talking and I was just like, yo, y'all sound like women. I thought I was mistaken a couple of times and I thought there were women talking to me. Yeah, I thought it was women talking to me, especially the purple-haired, squeaky voice ones. I thought it was women talking to me. No, I go and look, and it's men talking to me. And I've noticed a repeated thing with these men are in here, and they got the most to say. They talking like some of these dudes right now ain't even got their own set of keys. They sleeping on their girls in the girl's house. They shacked up with her and her 2-3 kids, and they trying to sit up here and act like they're the high end of morality. I live by myself. I take care of myself. I have so since I was 17 fucking years old. I busted my ass for 17 years, also working for a company. Same company that this gentleman down here was held in bond, held without bond for today. So what do you expect me to do? Do you expect me to somehow or another sit around here and just leave people for dead? What kind of person would that make me look like socially? Oh, don't trust Davin Lewis. Don't do no business with Davin Lewis. That guy leaves his friends for dead. I don't know what Puff is guilty of everything he said. Is he guilty of what I saw on the tape? Absolutely. Have I made now 2-3 videos denouncing what I saw on the video? Absolutely. Am I going to sit here on the benefit of a bunch of people that can't even make sure I get a cup of coffee and something to eat before I go home on a long train ride? You think I'm going to agree with you because you want me to agree with you? No, I take my chances with what I believe in, which is due justice in the judicial system. A lot of you people are sitting around here right now online talking about yeehaw, yeehaw. They arrested another nigga. Let's see if we can make him broke too. Is that the end game for everybody? Let's bring everybody back down to poverty because a whole bunch of people that have never seen $1 million, let alone $100,000 in their life, are sitting around there saying, you know what, I want him to be as poor as I am. That is usually the heel and the kneel that you see with most people in ethnic backgrounds. They want everybody to be poor just like them. You leave a village in Africa, they want you to be poor. You leave a Kosovo or somewhere in Prague, they get mad at you because you're better off than them. You leave somewhere in South America or whatever, and you come back home sending money, they think you're better than them. It's no matter what you do. It's a mentality of poverty. Poverty exalts people in jealousy. Poverty exalts people in many other different frames of thinking that normally they may not be in. So does destitute. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, and I'll read your comments in a second. I'm gonna read all of them before I get off here, but I gotta say my piece. You know, with all I stopped doing going on scene a lot of places like I used to, because the pure simple fact it was the same stuff happening here from these 3 particular vloggers. You know what I'm saying? And not necessarily maybe personally them, but definitely their followers. One vlogger that I've been beefing with for almost a year, what about his way, one named Pork Chop, went out of his way to follow me. Which I'm gonna put up another screenshot of that. I'm like, why would you follow me, son? What's wrong with you? Like, are you mentally unstable or whatever? And they all think, for some reason or another, I don't know what they think, something sweet. So nothing is sweet, dog. I'm being real nice and I'm trying to keep my composure. You understand? But keep playing with me, man. Keep playing with my money. Keep playing with my life. Listen, I don't want to talk to neither 3 of y'all. Any one of you. But if you keep pressing the issue, it's going to be something different. That's all I got to say, man, on that situation right there. Now, for everybody else, make sure y'all hit that like button and make sure that you guys hit up that Cash App and show me some support before y'all go tonight and go listen to some podcaster that wasn't even on scene here at the trial. You understand what I'm saying? Wasn't even on scene here for the arraignment. And donate to them plentiful because they make you feel good and chuckle. And they all unilaterally grab in, join in and say, let's bash this person that's the same color as us this week. But forget the white people that are trying to oppress us. No, leave them alone. Don't talk about the motherfucker that tried to kill Trump 2 times now. Urban America is weak, and y'all full of a whole bunch of chuckles and giggles all the time. Even the boys are sitting around giggling. Do you know men of other races look at black men nowadays as weak motherfuckers? The only thing you is exasperated in is gossiping with other men and listening to music all goddamn day? I walk past grown-ass men that will sit there. This is how trained they are. These motherfuckers so trained. They will walk, even when I was filming for y'all, I had men of color walk past me, give me the screw face, didn't even know me from a hole in the wall, but was sitting there grinning and smiling in every white person's place that they came in front of. Excuse me, I'm sorry, man. I'm like, what are y'all electing to go back to the plantation? The boys, they talk like women. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that by my chat room. Don't the boys talk like women? They talk like women. That's what women do. Women gossip. Women talk loud to each other. You'll get that. I've had boys that will come sit right next to me and start talking at the top of their lungs to one of their homeboys. I don't know what the fuck they're trying to prove. I'm like, dude, I'm in my 40s. You're doing high school shit to me. You know what I'm saying? That's high school shit. Men don't talk like that. Men don't be sitting up on the phone gossiping with other niggas. You know what I mean? But this is what a lot of these boys do. And they get it from the women that they're growing up with in single households. Black, white, polka dot, doesn't matter alike. They all getting it from single households. Please believe me. Ladies, if you meet a man and he didn't grow up with a dad, and even if he grew up with a dad, make sure you find out what kind of dad he grew up with, because some of these dads ain't worth shit either. That dad was in jail 3 or 4 times. Black, white, Latin, I done met them all. But this must stop. If anything, you would think the men would be in here like, yo, all right, bro, let me show you some support. Like the women support each other. The women support each other here on YouTube. And I'm not going to curb my personality or curb who I am to fit anybody. You can forget about that. So if that's what you're looking for, wrong place. Wrong place. Yeah, it'd be weird, bro. Like, I feel like I got 2 enemies. I got racists in general, and then I got people within the culture. I'm half black and half Cuban, so I have people within the culture, Latin culture and black culture, being like this, acting like wahoos, like even their attitude switch. Like, it's weird. You know what I mean? So thank you guys for earlier too. I appreciate it. Y'all gave me directions. Yes, sir. I had to thank these guys. These guys got me down here. I went to the wrong place. He led me right to where I needed to be. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. But anyway, like, those were men. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys got to grow up. A lot of y'all stuck in this hip-hop shit. I don't know how y'all so stuck in screaming rap lyrics. At least when I was in the music industry, I was making money off this shit. Y'all out here screaming rap lyrics for a motherfucker that don't give a shit about y'all. Wouldn't even give you $20 if you needed it. You screaming these motherfuckers lyrics as they putting you in handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta be some motherfucking fools. At least the people we were listening to, at least the motherfuckers, they was really ready to set it. Nas was ready to set it. Wu-Tang was ready to set it. These little motherfuckers you got right now, they'll tell on the whole goddamn entire team and their family. Did you see that one kid? I got a video for you guys. This guy's, fuck you, fucking Arab. Excuse me. Anyway, sorry about that. Ooh. Ooh. No. You don't do that. You don't do that. Ain't nobody bringing anybody down but you, dog. Yeah, sure, man. I don't know you. I don't know you, and I don't care about anything else you got to say. Yeah, imitating Rugrats, exactly. This dude said, "You don't know what you talking about." That's one of them black dudes that wants to see. Listen, you got a whole scurry of urban, let's say urban dudes online or whatever that happen to be vloggers or whatever, and they earned this shit from their mamas. See, their mama was a rambunctious ass hoe over in the projects. You understand what I'm saying? Their mama was a rambunctious ass. I ran into a Let me tell y'all a little story real quick before I get off of here. So today I was in the store, right? And this older black woman was in there. And this is why you can't, listen, don't try to be a gentleman to certain specific types of women of color. It does not work. And I'm going to tell you why. So it was this older black woman today, and I was in the store, whatever. They don't respect anybody but themselves and other black women. Like, see how this one is right here? She wasn't saying a word until she walked past me. As soon as she got closer to me, all of a sudden she's having a conversation. So anyway, listen. These nutty ass women, not all of them, but there's a lot of them, they raise these kids. These kids end up turning out, and it's just like Tarzan and when he lived in the forest with the animals. They act just like them. And so today I was in the store, and this older black woman, she had to be like 60, 70 something. She's in there, but she was stuck into the slave, she's still in the slave line. And so I knew it from the way she was just giving gestures. And that. They like to let you know they don't like you. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, you're ugly, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, I've never been fuddled by ugly women. You know what I mean? But this ugly woman that was in the store, she then turned around and she was getting ready to leave out the store. And this lady that was obviously a drug addict, who was also a black female, came in the store. And so this same woman, the way I know she was a drug addict, because I was able to evaluate her, because before I walked into the store, she was trying to hold the door for me to get change. She asked me, did I have some change? Evidently, somebody outside gave her change. She came in the store, and I guess she was trying to grab something off the counter or whatever. I ain't gonna say what it was. I don't want to get the right store in trouble. But she was grabbing something from the counter. She paid for what she got or whatever. She was trying to make a bargain with the lady at the store, because she actually didn't even have enough money to pay for what she was getting from her, doing what she was doing. I'm not knocking her hustle or anything. It's what she did afterwards. She cut the lady off, the old lady off, and I kind of looked at her, thinking in my mind, okay, I'm taking up for an older black woman. Hold up, wait a second. So I'm thinking I'm taking up for an older black woman being disrespected, right? Nah, that wasn't the case. That's not how this woman took it. See, in their mind, a lot of these women are not used to men being nice to them. So that's why they always have a nasty, obnoxious attitude when you do something nice for them, which is very sad. Because I've hold doors for other women of other different races all the time. They say thank you. They're courteous. You might not get into a full conversation, but at least they acknowledge and thank you, right? I cannot tell you what happened next from my mind, but this is what happened next. As I'm now next encounter and going up to the thing, she walks in the door abruptly, cuts me off, and anything that I'm doing, like what I'm doing doesn't have anything in importance, what I'm doing doesn't have anything, and so I just barked because she was so close to me and she stunk. This woman stunk. And I'm like, yo, can you back up? You're all in my face. Whatever you're selling, I'm not interested. She decided automatically she was going to go into sassy, frassy mammies mode. And the first thing she did, start yelling and screaming. And mind you, this is a Spanish bodega. The two Dominican women that know me came from behind the corner, and they was getting ready to jump on her, I could tell, because they didn't know her. But instead, she jumped in her face. She was like, hey, you got to get out of here. Hey, get out of my store. She kept telling her. She starts yelling even more. She runs outside and gets two other dudes, and I guess the other dude, he was a crackhead too. So already I'm gripped up, because I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? I'm licensed to do this. Go ahead and do something. Do something for real. I dare you. So I guess they thought I was going to take off running. I walked up to both of them, and I told both of them, I said, hey, listen here. You see the way she's acting right now? So now she thought she had two dudes with her. She wanted to turn up. She started swinging her hands, getting in my face, calling me all. And I'm keeping my composure, because I'm looking at it and I'm saying, yo, listen, I can hit you one time and you're dropping. And I'm not talking about with my fist. And if they get involved, they're going to have an issue too. So I'm sitting there, and they think nothing's going to happen to him because of the way I look. Oh, he looks innocent. He doesn't look like that. Okay, cool, sure. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Sure. This is what I mean. This is the type of woman I guarantee you, she's got 2 or 3 kids out here, and she's taught her kids the same way. It don't matter what happened. Just jump up in somebody's face that you don't know that's a stranger that may or may not have a gun permit, and just do it like that. Oh yeah? Is that what you think? Is that how you? And this is how these women are treating their kids. This is why you see a lot of times in urban spaces, you see these kids shot up and everything else or whatever, because they're doing the same thing that their mothers did in them single parent households, jumping up in people's faces. They don't know, strangers, talking about what they were going to do. Da 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 da. This happened. And so I went back into the store, and I think I went in there because I had dropped something. And the lady said, "Don't you worry, she will never come up in here again." I said, "Thank God. Keep that trash out of your store," because that's exactly what she was. I came back out the store. She kind of continued to call me all kinds of pussies and everything, and they was trying to pretend like the other dude was holding her back. I told him, I said, "Let her go. Let her go. But y'all better give her a kiss before you let her go. You better tell her you love her before you let her go." She thought I was a kid. And when I said to her, I said, "Lady, I'm in my 40s. And I said that to her, she took a different approach to things. She calmed her ass right the fuck down, because I'm trying to tell you, she's about to lose some. Jesus would have been with her. Jesus would have been with her. And that goes for a lot of you young kids. There's a lot of niggas out here that just ain't fucking around. Too old for that shit. I done been through wars. You understand what I'm saying? I done been through the stream with niggas, so I don't have time for that shit. And if you out here acting silly and not acting like a man like you're supposed to be doing, and it's up to us, some of us older dudes in our 40s and 50s, to teach y'all, since y'all ain't had no father around, hey, listen, man, you can't do shit like that. You can't. So I'll say once again, go fuck yourself, you fat fuck. So once again, right, I'm sorry, y'all. I hate when people try to talk subliminal under their breath about me or whatever, they got the punch. You know, on the hand of one, I knock you in that fat fuck out. Anyway, I hate that shit. Don't be a man. That's what I mean. See what I mean? That's feminine shit. Chicks walk past you and say subliminal. It's not men. There's a whole bunch of white ones like this, black ones like this, Latin ones like this. This ain't just, you know what I mean, constituted just the one. But it's definitely an issue. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to say, guys. I'm going to get up on out of here. I'm going to read a couple of y'all comments while I get up on out of here, whatever the case may be. But men, make sure that you support other men. Don't just support men that are sitting up gossiping like the girls. Y'all are embarrassment within itself. Grown men on here and just, I don't know, like, what happened to dudes, man? I didn't go to school with dudes like that, you know? And all 303 of y'all in here in the chat, did y'all go to school with dudes like that? They were like real feminine and like talk like women almost. Like I don't trust dudes like that. If you talk real feminine, that means if something goes down, you're probably going to run. Make men great again. Yeah, that's an idea right there. That Benny has some full goop. I mean, just pure goopy. That's what a father's supposed to do. I let her kiss the tip before I let it go. You heard? 1,000 bottle. Oh, God. You see, that's another man. A man that called himself Pimp Pootie. Like, what kind of man does that? Like, that shit ain't, nigga, you, and these dudes are like 30 years old. So you know they ain't doing nothing in their real life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I left NYC 2 years ago. I saw this going to shit. I'm born and raised in Queens. Yeah, my family's from, I got family, my mother's family, well, my mother's father's family's from Corona. I done been out there, did lives out there. I did a live at, out there where Nas's mural is out there about two months ago or whatever. Same thing. I'm one of those vloggers. I'm always somewhere, everywhere. And so, you know, guys like us, weirdly enough, the guys that, like, okay, so there's this thing here on YouTube that I found, and I've heard other podcasters now talking about it too. I have AdSense, so I'm all set. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Doesn't he look like the waiter? Look at him, the one right there. Look, he looks like the waiter, right? But the white dude walked right past me, but the minority dude, he had to do some kind of sniffle. See him right there in the maroon shirt? He wanted me to pay attention to him. But look at him. He looks like the waiter. I'm sorry. He just looked like the waiter. Anyway. It always be, don't tell you. That's why I tell you, I comes from female energy. Females walk past other females and sniff or make rhymes. Men don't walk past other men and say, "Don't you see me, bitch?" You call yourself a heterosexual man. These are the type of men that we have out here in society nowadays. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, girls. I don't blame y'all when y'all say there's some weak ass men out here, because there is. These motherfuckers out here acting like women. What kind of man walks past another man and suck his teeth like a bitch at the club? You got the same dress I got on? Think about it. This is the state where most of your men are nowadays. This is why you got a decline in police recruitment. This is why you got a decline in military recruitment. This is why you got a decline in a lot of people that are joining Secret Service. We all know that story. We had the director of the Secret Service himself come out and say that. We have a decline in morality of people that are joining the facility. Do you understand? Meaning that you have people that would rather get a paycheck than they are there, because they're really invested and interested in it. I come from a military family, so I come from people that are invested in the military. They were invested in stock in the military. They were invested in the country or whatever. And that's the type of people I grew up under. So I don't understand all that other shit. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you're someone new to this country. That's the part that gets me. If you have not fought in any of our wars, if you have not contributed as much as you were taken away from this country, and no factor of matter should you be walking around, you should be one of the most humble persons here, especially if you're first generation. Damn, I should make a part. This is the podcast. Always moving around. What's up, the old gal? Nah, man, we just left. What's the name? Diddy's trial, whatever, or you know what I'm saying. We just left there just a few seconds ago, yeah. And so that's at the beginning of the live here. If you want to go back to the beginning or whatever, I ain't going back over there. Everybody moved around. Well, I might go back over there a few minutes for y'all, or whatever. But I'm just really upset. You see that poll down there? 1,402 people. 21% of people said yes, they would donate. None of them donated, and 79% said no. So that goes to let you know, they just heard from the octave in my voice that I was a minority, and they just decided at that point, we're not going to donate to you. We're not going to support you because you're a minority. I've had a junket full of people to come in here, but yet tonight, to the old gal and Lexi, if you're still here tonight, later on, you're going to hear 3 podcasters go in and talk about this. Mind you, neither one of the 3 that are going to talk the most are anywhere in the helm of New York City. You understand what I'm saying? And if you think things are different, I just want to add this in. If you think things are different, to 170 people that are in here, make sure y'all hit that like button. If you think things are different moving forward, as far as Bad Boy concerned, you're fully wrong. And it'll be like last time. Y'all had a quick giggle for a minute, then it's over. Quick giggle for a minute, then it's over. But it shows the true character of a lot of you people in the culture. And I believe a lot of people within black culture and Latin culture love to see the demise of other people in the culture. And I believe a lot of white individuals, not all, but a couple of white individuals also take enjoyment in watching you destroy your own. That's what I think. Makes no damn sense. I brought y'all over here to the motherfucking shit. And y'all like, nah, don't donate it down to that nipple. That's funny to me. It's all good though, baby. It's all good. It is all good. We ain't stressing that. All right, y'all. I've been live enough for y'all, I think, and I'm gonna get up on off of here. It's all good. Yeah, man. I will be doing, and for people, oh yeah, let me say this before I get up off here. For the people that are subscribed to my other network and my other channel, you know it. Don't tell nobody my other channel. We don't want none of these people over here. If they ain't donating over here, they ain't gonna donate over there. And they would have seen better footage over there. I actually made a mistake going live here, wasting my time, to be quite honest with you. But it's okay. It's all right. For the people that go to my other channel or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna edit some of that stuff, and so it'll be on pause for a minute. You won't be able to view it because I'm gonna do my thing with it. You know what I'm saying? Put a quick edit on it. But you'll be able to see some things from this morning from the trial, or more so the arraignment with Puff. You'll also be able to see a couple other different angles and other newscasts, stuff like that, or whatever. So you can go check that out if y'all want to, for the people that are here and they go to my other channel or whatever the case may be. For the other people that are here, whatever the case may be, it's been real. I will give y'all little increments here and there as far as what goes on with the trial, but I will no longer probably be carrying the trial from this page. Okay, and to be quite frank, We're gonna keep this page rolling because I forgot that I had myself enrolled in something a long time ago that's paying off for me. So I will still be on this channel doing lives or whatever, but it won't be to the consent. You're gonna have to go, or I might create a paid membership thing or whatever for stuff like this for the trial. You know what I mean? Yeah, because we can't do it like that, bro. We can't do it like that. That's just at that point, that's just hating. That's hating at a different degree right there. You know what I mean? And whoever's pressing the laughing emojis, you're not bothered. You're not even paying attention to it. Nigga, you laughing? What you laughing about? I went to the Diddy arraignment. What you laughing about? What's funny? You ain't here. That's gotta be 9 times out of 10. Pork Chop, he does stuff like that. Pork Chop got a crush on me. You know, he's part of the LBGTQ. Pork Chop got a crush on me. That's why you keep coming over here, subscribing to me and everything else. It ain't gonna happen, homie. You'll eat hot. You'll eat a hot one before that happens. You heard? Let me see what everybody's talking about here. People create and put out dollars, whether it's big or small. Can they bail them out over the next few weeks? They can. Okay, I already read that stuff. No reparations, no vote for, No, why would we donate to someone who's just standing at a fucking door? That's what Brian Kirk said. Why would we donate to somebody that's standing at a curb? Well, you know what, Brian? Let's get you all up on out of here. Bye-bye, Brian. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Oh, we're good, man. We're good. Why would we donate to somebody knocking at a door? It's good to have him there if you only knew who. Thank you very much. I appreciate what Ron said. Hello, what's going on, old gal? I'm a nigga, huh? I hear you. Y'all think I'm lying? Look right here. I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all what this guy wrote. So y'all think I'm lying. See right there where Miles Webb wrote, you're a nigga, but it's cool, all cuz I like big black nuggets. That's crazy, right? I'm a nigger. Y'all don't think there's some, what's the name to this? I would cash app if you stop saying African American and black. Well, you know what, bye. Then the African Americans think you're supposed to kiss their ass for a cash app. That's crazy. We all know him, we got. That's all right, and we ain't worried about it. What's going on, CC Motion? We just gonna stop doing these. Like I said, I did this right here for y'all. I did the African American parade for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But if I ain't making no money off of it from y'all, then that'll be it. Always over race. Everyone needs to get along. Well, I mean, you guys just heard me reread, and there's a couple other ones in here too. People was calling me. It was one guy in here was spelling out nigger over and over and over and over again. This guy said I'm a nigger, and he likes big black nuggets. There was another person in here that said, I told you, it's all based on race. If I was a white woman in here and I was vlogging right now, they would have papered me up doing the same editorial, doing the same talk and everything else. They have pics of who they like, and generally speaking, most African Americans they tend to like vloggers. They're talking like kind of like a Ebonics type of style, and I don't do that. You know, so since I don't talk in like a type of Ebonics style consistently or whatever the case is, then for there. They decided, no, we ain't gonna donate to you. But mind you, the same ones will try to be articulate and they can't do it. They can't do it. So, you know, it's sad, but it is what it is or whatever. I came down here today for Puff. That's why I was down here. I came down here for Puff, and that's it. So if it ain't about Puff or the stuff y'all talking about, it's all good. I don't care. But what you're not gonna do is you're not gonna sit here and try to berate me because I came down here to support my ex-boss. That ain't gonna work like that. And I'll be back down here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Until they find him guilty of what they're saying, and it's in a degree of where I said, like, I'm not going to turn my back on Puff if he gets convicted of racketeering. I'm not going to turn my back on him if he gets convicted of gun possession. Why would I? That sounds dumb. Some of y'all niggas got a gun right now in your closet. See, I want to be hood when it's applicable to you. And then y'all want to be fucking articulate when it's applicable to you. That shit is weird to me. I'm always the same motherfucker. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here. This is man talking again. It's another man talking about all up. Mike Hawk. Listen, I'm going to let it flow a little bit. I love that you guys are actually leaving Litten up. You know what I'm saying to what I'm saying. Mike Hawk, say my name. What you like? You looking for a boyfriend or something? Let's see what you got. Let's embarrass y'all. Mike has been on here for 11 months and got no subscribers. So you're out of here. Y'all see it right there written, right? Y'all see it written right there? Look right there in the chat room. Y'all see that? That's somebody with a Slavic name talking about, hi, nigga. Y'all, but I can't say anything. Man, get the fuck out of here. What's the name at? I'm pretty sure I know who that is pressing the laughing emojis. They don't pay no attention to them. They just a retard. People on the West Coast can give two shits about Puff, cuz. Well, you know what? Bye, cuz. Corny ass nigga. You good, fam. Keep going. Where are you? I'm in New York. Nah, I ain't setting up the super chats. The super chats, I explained that so many times. I'll explain it to y'all again. I'm not even throwing up the screenshots for y'all. Super chats, they take almost 30%, 35%, depending on how much you make. And they take that for Google and their parent company, Alphabet. So that's a no-no for me. I don't do the super chats anymore because it's just too much to lose. So I do Cash App and I do my PayPal because you could directly donate to me right there and I'll get the money right then and there. Another thing with the super chats is you don't get that money until the 25th of the month, just like we get our checks here on YouTube the 25th of the month. So we don't actually see that money until the 25th, and then it's taken out a percentage of another percentage, which is taken out of how much money we make. Like the money we make each month, they take 40 to 45% out of it. You know what I'm saying? So we're getting all these thousands of views, in my case anyway, and we're not being aptly paid the right way. Shit's crazy, but that's what it is. So guys, make sure y'all hit up the Cash App, $STRINGERBELL80. You heard? Make sure y'all support that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We need y'all support. We need y'all recognition right here on the band. You know what I mean? $STRINGERBELL80. Let me block that dude that called me a nigga since y'all seen it. They take 30 to 45%. We like literally, if I get 1 million views this month, right now I'm at 347,000 views or something like that when I check, they take our money. So yeah, that is what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna start posting that more because a lot of people don't know. Was Avon that? I'm not gonna block you for that, bro. Tight pants Mike. Yes, word. Where are you? We're in New York, man. That's where we at. Your brother from Iraq. What's going on, bro? The sky is beautiful. That was another one. Yo, let me ask you a question real quick. Okay, no, I'm gonna make a statement. Dear Black American women, if you want your men's attention, stop doing this little move where y'all walk past and y'all wait till y'all get a little bit in front of us and then start talking all loud on your phone as if you're not paying attention to me, but you're really paying attention to me. That's why you're talking loud on your phone. Like, look, here, we go another one. Watch. Did the same thing. She saw me paying attention to it, then she stopped. But they all do the same thing. They'll walk past me and start talking abruptly loud on their phone or whatever. And usually when they're yelling and screaming, it's about something that happened in their house. First of all, if you got that much confusion, I don't want to be involved with you anyway. The sky is beautiful. Y'all want to see the sky? Yeah, oh shit, my fault. Hold on 1 second. Let me turn this around so y'all guys can see. Yeah, you guys can see a little bit better. Guys, if you want to see what the real part of this is about, make sure you go back to the beginning. You know what I'm saying? That way you'll be able to, what's the name, check out what's going on or whatever. Pay no attention to the retard over in the right-hand corner that's abruptly just sitting there pressing a button like that. Could you imagine somebody how mentally ill you have to be sitting there just doing that over and over and over and over and over and over in hopes of making somebody so fucking, what's the name? You're just sitting there just like this. That's somebody mentally ill. Don't worry about that. New York City tri-state area from the BX. What's going on, Bronx? Nah, I ain't telling you nothing like that. I don't even know who the fuck you are. We're in New York. That's all you need to know. All right, so I'm getting up off of here. I'll make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't. I appreciate all y'all joining in. I hope you enjoyed the material that I brought y'all. Once again, we were down here at Diddy's arraignment today. He has been held without any bond. I won't be doing updates on this channel, but if you don't do that, I won't be doing updates on this channel, but if you do and are a part of my other channel, make sure you go there, subscribe, make sure you check that out or whatever the case may be. But like I said, once again, we were down here, my ex-boss's trial, or not trial, arraignment. He's been held without no bond. Can't say I'm necessarily ecstatic about that, but shout out to his sons and his daughters coming down here supporting him today in his moment of need or whatever. And I think a little bit more needs to be put into the fact that his kids are going through and they're now losing their mom. So many people bring up Kim Porter's name or whatever. And for the person that's sitting there pushing laughing emojis, I'm talking about somebody's mother that's not available anymore. And you still pressing laughing emojis, but this is the type of people y'all like. I'm talking about somebody's dead mother, and they don't even have enough respect to stop pressing the laughing emoji button. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, long story short, that's somebody's got a mental case right there. Like I said, AT2 9 times out of 10, he does stuff like that. He's like there's something deeply wrong with that kid. Like he needs to be in a straitjacket somewhere, to be honest with you, because I think something's really wrong with that kid that they haven't figured out yet. But that's another topic, another time. This is a blog if you're not familiar with him. He kind of goes around and harasses people behind paywalls and fake profiles, real coward type of dude. You know what I mean? Like, he won't do nothing in real life. And then there's another one. Oh, I forgot the fourth dude, the way who's down there off of Houston Street. That dude too. That's the other one. Oh, I got something real special for him. You know what I mean? So that is what it is. Watch this, y'all. So watch this. Y'all see exactly what I'm talking about. Watch this.
Oh, okay, right now, Gary, you know you put that in your guy's life. Anger me, you know you should be in reading my first section. Oh, God, I want to talk about that shit. They try to put the architecture down there. See, that's how you know I'm right. Wait a minute, what else is fun to care about my own things? There's no, I'm not going to do that. Right, you don't care about my things, she said. You know,
I keep telling y'all something mentally off about African American women nowadays. Not all of them, but a lot of them. You ain't see that shit? You ain't see that shit? He's so black he looks like Night Court. Great. Somebody wrote, I'm so black I look like Night Court. Bro so black he ain't seeing none. All I'm seeing is a black screen. Sure. Shout out to the Bronx. I appreciate you, man. All right, guys, I'm going to get up off here, but like I said, one thing I wanted to say, 129 people left in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Last thing I just wanted to say was, you know, we got some kids here that are about to lose their father or whatever. So in all your celebrations and jumping and jiving all around the internet, talking about, Lord, 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 have mercy. Just try to remember that his kids are seeing and being privy to everything that you guys are saying. And if you don't care about Justin and Christian, because y'all say, well, they grown, at least care about his little girls. You know what I'm saying? At least care about his little girls. And that's all I got to say. Puff, we love you. You know what I'm saying? I hope a lot of this stuff ain't true. You know what I'm saying? If you guys are just now tuning in, make sure you go back to the beginning, watch the beginning of this video, and you'll get the footage that you need to see or whatever the case may be. Once again, shout out from the courthouse down here. And that's a wrap. Man, make sure y'all hit that like button and also make sure y'all hit that support button. I will talk to y'all later.